People will figure it out. It's going to be the first thing said on this stream. People will figure it out. And hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tube. It's been a while since we've live streamed here, especially for a sign-up. We got sign-ups for the Body Armor LYTE series in 10 minutes. For those of you who missed out in the Wawa Cup series and Body Armor Pro series. So you have something to do over the year. And of course, the gentleman alongside me here will be running the Her Sprint series this year, which will be open for everyone not in the Wawa Cup series as well. So we're excited for that, aren't we, Nathan?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I apologize that I really didn't tell people what I was actually doing with this. So but the thing about this year compared to last year is we already got the Wawa Cup Series driver signups done, so that's all taken care of. So the hard part is already done. We just have to reveal who's going where, which we already know. We already know behind the scenes who's going where with that. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Excited to see how it's all going. Oh, you already did it for me, Nathan.
One step ahead.
Yours, it didn't embed properly though.
Yeah, I don't
Mine
know why.
did.
Thanks,
I don't
YouTube.
know. I don't know what your issue is. I don't know. Get why you have the embed fail.
That does that
this,
a lot to me. I don't know why.
This is what. Oh, you already did it for me, Nathan, and now you're hearing me.
Multiple
Pop out chat so that I can actually read what y'all are saying. But we really know what we're doing here, don't we? We really know what we're doing. All right. Thank you all for signing up last week in the Wawa Cup Series. I know some of you missed it. The 4 that just barely missed out, I DM'd you. You are already in the LYTE series, which is awesome. We're excited to have you in that, and excited to see how it ends up all shaking out for the LYTE series. I think the LYTE series is definitely a great idea, and I actually got to thank Nathan kind of for the idea of this as well, because he kind of did the same thing with the ARCA series East and West, and I like that idea, and I wanted to switch out the Elimination series with something that I thought was going to be a little bit more fun to do. And based off of the South Boston Pro Series race that Caleb and I recorded the other night, this is going to be a fun series with all of the short tracks that we got. So excited to see who gets in that. And 7:30, and in case everyone was just curious, 7:30 is when we're going to reveal the Wawa Cup Series draft, where the first order of the night is the LYTE Series signups. But also, I do have Nathan alongside me here, of course. We got the JBL Cup Series and the Krispy Kreme National Series signups going up tonight as well in his Discord. Definitely go sign up for that, especially if you missed the Wawa Cup Series, because Nathan runs it pretty much identical to how we do it on the Wawa Cup Series with the ratings. So I definitely want you all to go over there and sign up. What you got over there, Nathan?
We got the JBL Cup Series. We got 12 full-time slots left that will be up for grabs. The first 12 will be full-time, and then 13th to 21st will be in Daytona 500 only guys. But if you are in one of those 500 only guys, you're then eligible to sign up for the one of 18 total slots in the returning Krispy Kreme National Series for the first time in 5 years. And that's about it. Got JBL Cup Series, Krispy Kreme National Series, got a lot of spots open.
Mm-hmm. We're excited for it. For Nathan's. Hopefully YouTube lets me do this.
YouTube can be finicky.
Hopefully. Oh, it does work. That's the nice thing about being the owner of the channel. I can actually post a link in the chat. And y'all can actually get to it. So, yeah, 7:30. Definitely do that, guys. Definitely do that. But also sign up for the LYTE series as well, which we've got coming up in a couple of minutes. And we are going to go ahead and do this. And this is what we did last week. We did this in the Discord only when we did this. And we revealed the drivers who signed up as it happened. And we've got that here as well for you folks tonight. So excited to see it. There are 28 open slots for this. And, of course, if you are a charter driver in the Wawa Cup Series or a Body Armor Pro Series driver, you're ineligible to sign up for this series. Everybody else is good to go, including an unchartered driver. So all the unchartered drivers in the Wawa Cup Series are eligible for this series as well. So keep that in mind if you are interested. I think we got someone in here who is interested in signing up for this. My good man Caleb Rose. Oh shoot!
Yep, we are interested.
I knew I was going to do that. I can't do this right. I knew I was going to do that. I can't, man. I just can't. I was born in the 20th century. Let's just put it that way. Man, I kind of had it's not as big of a deal, but just pretend you didn't see anything, guys. Just pretend you didn't see anything. All right, just you didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. All right. Anyway, I was getting to you, Caleb, because I know you are interested in signing up for the LYTE series since you were ineligible for the Pro Series, not having enough wins. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, you have more wins than I do on the channel. So there you go.
There's always a silver lining.
There is always a silver lining. Always. But Body Armor LYTE series signups coming up here. And we're going to do it in the Discord, of course. That is where it all is. I need, you know what, I don't think I need... I almost need, like, a third screen, because, it's the YouTube chat that I keep losing here. And, I don't want to keep losing the YouTube chat. But I also need Discord open. And I also want to keep OBS open so I know what's going on with that. And we've already accidentally, we've already accidentally spoiled it. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know sometimes.
It's fine. I looked back on the stream. Of
course you did. Of course you did. If you look close enough, you can tell. And someone is going to look close enough and spoil it.
No one spoil.
Hey, I think it was pretty obvious anyway. But we'll try to keep it. I mean, and there's some people who already know, of course, because when we were going through, it was kind of obvious, like who picked who and all that. But like I said, 7:30 is when we will get to that. Body Armor LYTE series signups, though, coming up here in 95 seconds, which if you're watching the stream, is going to be sooner than that because the stream is going to be delayed because, the internet isn't that good. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited to see. Excited to see who gets into the LYTE series here. But yeah, we also got Stuart Grandin in here. I haven't said anything to you yet. How's it going, Stuart?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just waiting for you to introduce me. I didn't want to cut in with that.
I really wasn't. I didn't even realize you guys were in here until like a second ago. So,
that's okay.
For those of you who are in the Discord and want to be interviewed at some point throughout the night, one of these fine gentlemen will pull you in at some point. We'll talk Wawa Cup Series, we'll talk Body Armor Pro Series, which, by the way, Caleb and I recorded that race the other night. It's a banger. You are definitely going to want to watch it. What a great way to start. It was. It was absolute cinema. It really, truly was. And you'll know why I said that next week. That's 8 p.m. next Friday night for the opening race of the season, the South Boston Showdown. We had a lot of fun with that. And we're rolling in the New Smyrna 2 weeks from tonight, which is also going to be a lot of fun. And that's going to be the first race of the LYTE Series East, which will be a lot of fun. LYTE Series West will open up February 4th, I think. It's that first Tuesday in February. Yeah, February 4th. But all y'all in the LYTE Series will see the ratings forms go up tonight at some point. I'm actually not going to have the time to post them tonight. All right. We're almost there. We are there. Signups are open for... I almost missed it, but signups are open for the Body Armor LYTE Series. We've got the timestamps here. First 28 to sign up, who are eligible, of course, will get a ride in the Body Armor Light series, and then we'll be doing the draft as we move along through it all. And of course, Caleb's already in there. I wonder if you're going to get picked first. The way it's going to be done is the drivers who you are picking which series you want to be in. Of course, if one series is full, then you'll be automatically in the other series, of course. But the drivers, or should I say the owners in that specific series, will pick from that list of 16 drivers. And it'll just be a snake order draft for that, but we'll do that in the DMs and Discord for all the owners and all that. We'll figure all that out for y'all, and then we'll reveal all that as it happens, unlike what we're going to do with the Wawa Cup Series. So we've got 10 drivers. This shouldn't be near as bad as the Wawa Cup Series signups. We already are past the point that they closed last week. For those of you who were here for that, that was a world record. And I like this. This is a little easier. I great to see some names on here though, like Skep Silver and Chris Reynolds. Especially Skep Silver had a great run in the Truck Series, and great to see him in a ride for the LYTE Series. Campbell Marsh in there. That's going to be not a first-time driver all the way. Not all the way a first-time driver, but a couple starts in the Lenovo Pro Series right there. And then we got you, Caleb. You're in it. Aaron Abel. A lot of the owners who are not owners in this series who cannot drive in the Pro Series. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Andrew Williams is in this. You're going to have some good drivers here in the LYTE Series. No doubt about it. And of course, it wouldn't be a Body Armor LYTE Series sign-up stream if I wasn't drinking Body Armor LYTE. I mean, they're not even paying us, and here we are doing it. 13, so that means there are 15 more slots available, so a lot less stressful than what it was last time.
I love how delayed the stream is on my end.
Well, you are in Australia, so
It is, yeah, I know.
it's going to travel halfway across the world.
I'm a light now.
And there's my boy Andrew. You can get in here, Andrew, if you want to. You're a moderator. You know where to find us.
Oh yeah, and if you want to, if you do want to be interviewed, just let us know.
Yep, just let us know
Bring you in.
one way or another. Let us know
Someone
like
will
VC
pull
chat
in.
or something like that, and then one of these guys will pull you in. It looks like the guys who wanted to be in this are in it, which is good. BB Ruiz, Corey Case, Kyle Craven, Keegan Thompson. Great to have Keegan Thompson back. They're all also in this as well. They just barely missed out last week on the Cup Series signups. So they all got an opportunity to drive in this series. And since we're here, we're gonna organize it on my end here. And whoops, I'm not good at this, and I apologize. I'm just not doing a good job. That's for sure. I don't know. I got home from work less than 2 hours ago. I ate dinner and I wasn't even really ready. Doing a lot of work. Wasn't even ready. All right, so Caleb Rowe's going to be in the West Series. That'll be fun. I wonder which Grattan affiliated team is going to pick Caleb Rose. Actually, you know what? I have a feeling Braden Perez might pick him because Braden. I actually didn't show this. I'm going to go ahead and show it. We do actually have the draft order for the LYTE Series there. Those are the draft order for each of those teams. We'll get the drivers listed there in a moment, but Blaine Keys will actually be the first one to pick in the West Series, and then Michael Lewis will be the first one to pick in the East Series. Ledovic's going to be second in the East Series, but then it inverts and you get the next to last pick, so it's an inverse pick right there. Snake order draft as it's commonly known. But excited to see where everyone goes, and excited for the series because like the Pro Series, it is also a rating series for the drivers. So that's also going to make it a lot of fun as well, because y'all are going to actually be adjusting the ratings for the drivers. And once we get to the end of the season, we'll know who's good and who's not. But definitely nice to see a lot of the owners get in here. I thought we were going to have a lot of new people. And, there's Alexander Rowe, and he isn't new at all. He's been around for years. Great to have him. Great to have him in the series. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun once we get going with it. I'm excited to see how it all ends up shaking out. But the first race is going to be 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks from yesterday at New Smyrna Speedway for the East Series. At least that'll be the first series that ends up running. Seems like a lot of guys are going for the East Series here. Not as many going for the West. So we'll get this organized here. But
I mean, I look at the guys. Obviously, my guys are in the West Series. I've already got a few guys in mind that I'm more than happy to take. I've got the 3rd pick. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
So obviously, I've got the 16th as well, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Well, feel free to say something too. That's why I try to figure all this out.
I'm in here.
Still
Yeah,
playing.
there's
Still playing
Andrew.
this one.
Hey.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Yeah, Andrew Miller, everybody, who's in both the Cup Series and Pro Series. So you're going to call a lot of these races with me. I know you're excited for
I'm
that.
in.
And also, too, if you're in the Discord, you already know about this, but Andrew is going to be doing a special little race thing like Matt has. Again, of course, y'all saw the Celsius Stock Car World Cup last Saturday night. This Sunday at South Boston for that, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. Matt told me that the file for the race that he uploaded was 66 gigabytes. So
66.
66. So we'll see how that ends up turning out. But if that's the case, the quality of it should be a lot better. I know that was a little bit of an issue last week. But no, Andrew's going to be doing what is it? What did we decide on, Andrew? The Top Dragster Open.
The Top Dragster Open. Yep.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Kind of like the big one back in the day, in a way. But it's going to be a little 3-race open event, I guess you can say. And the signups for that are going to be, you know it. You should know
That's
it.
next Saturday.
Next Saturday. They're going to be Saturday, so
Yes.
be on the lookout for that on the Discord.
And what I'm going to do, and everyone watching, keep an eye out for this. And Alex, I'll tell you too. But I fully intend on actually recording a video showing the car set and the teams that each car is going to be on, and get that uploaded just so that everyone knows maybe kind of what they're going to be aiming for. They know the car set, and that'll kind of give them an idea of. Well, actually, no. Oh my gosh, yeah, I just said that wrong. But yeah, they'll have the car set. I totally forgot the fact that then we're drafting everybody after that. Sorry.
Yeah, so that'll be a Wednesday. That'll be the first Wednesday of the Sprint Series signups. So I know that's going to be a lot.
Oh yeah,
of fun.
that's right. It's like the draft for that is going to be the Wednesday after the actual signups. So to everyone watching, the way it'll work is you just put your name in if you want to be a part of it, and then myself, Alex, Caleb, and Nathan will all then get together and go through the list and just kind of pick who's going to be on what team and what car they're going to be driving.
Going to be a lot of fun. No doubt about it. Going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited for that when that comes around in just a few days, actually.
8 days.
Time. There are still 29. That's the line, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we still have 12 more slots that are available for the LYTE series here. If anyone wants to sign up, so there we go. There's number 12. One of the 12. There's only one more slot left in East Series, though, so we're going to get to a point where everyone's going to get shoved in the West Series here in just a moment. So keep that in mind. Let me make sure I get the right number here. Because we got 19, 20, that's 11. So 11 spots left. And of course, you have to sign up in the Discord. Not doing YouTube signups for full-time rides anymore because the burner account issue just got a little too much for me, and didn't like it. Didn't like it. I want to see some of these Lenovo Pro Series drivers in here, though, Caleb. I mean, you have a lot of the guys who were in that who did very well throughout the season. Some of them got Wawa Cup Series rides. You'll see them and see where they go here in a moment. But it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun if we get someone like Marco Spino Baradic in it or something like that. I would love to see that. He won the South Boston race at the end of the season.
I think we all know who we would like to see in the series.
You. Caleb. That's who we want to see in the series.
I was thinking more along the lines of Tom Tiddles.
Oh.
Oh, no. No.
We are on YouTube, so...
Change the last name and we're good.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm actually surprised too. We got a lot of guys who have been around for a long time who have signed up right now. So that's kind of the fun thing about this at this point. Definitely cool to see. Guys like Alexander Rowe. I put Andrew Williams down twice. Shows what I know. Andrew Williams is going to be driving 2 cars in the E Series, guys.
Yep.
It's like
So
I'm
actually wrong, and there are still 2 slots left in the E Series. And then what we got
Like
here?
me
We
not
got
knowing
9
my own
slots
rules.
left in West, so that's the 11 right there. So, but you got guys like Andrew Williams and Aaron Abel, Reggie Fogelman there, Dylan Matthews, Alexander Rowe, Christian Vargas as well. There's a lot of bigger names there who have been around a long time over there in the East Series and then West Series. Of course, Keegan Thompson's back as well. It was great to have Keegan back. It's been a while. He actually technically won the championship in the 2021 NOFSRL Cup Series back in the day. That was definitely a very big win, even though the season got cut short. He actually has not made a start since that, and great to have him back. And he'll have a lot of fun. And now on Eric Monaco. Yeah, where is Eric Monaco? He can't sign up for this. Monaco is in a uncharted ride for the Wawa Cup Series, but he can sign up for the LYTE Series if he wants to. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But everyone wants to be in the Wawa Cup Series, and it's like this is like, all right. But hey, we'll definitely get it filled up, and we'll definitely have some fun with that. But hey, what's also fun and why everyone is here is to reveal the draft order for the Wawa Cup Series, and we're very excited to see where everyone goes. I already know where everyone goes. I think I'm the only one who knows where everyone is. Of course, some of y'all do know where your drivers are if you picked. But definitely a very strong rookie class in terms of the full-timers there. We'll go over that list here in just a moment once we officially begin that at 7:30. And Nathan, you got something big at 7:30 as well for those of you who weren't here when you announced it?
Yes, we got Season 6 JBL Cup Series sign-ups. We got 12 full-time slots, plus 9 Daytona 500 only attempting colors. And then we also got 18 Krispy Kreme National Series slots as well. So we got plenty of spots over there as well for anyone watching that wants to be part of something that does not make it into the LYTE Series here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Which, if you don't make it into the LYTE Series, you are probably asleep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, because we still got plenty of slots. 11 spots still left. So if you want to be in something full-time this year, now is your opportunity. It's going to be a lot of fun as well once we get to it. But let's see here.
Of course, you get an opportunity to try and understand the ratings as well.
Exactly,
in the LYTE series.
And that's also part of it too. We're excited to see how that ends up shaking out. Because you're going to have some new guys in here who have not done ratings before, who are going to get an opportunity to do them. And, it's going to be a little different than the Wawa Cup Series because we're not going to do the range at the beginning of the season. But once we get down to the end of the season, you're definitely going to know who's good and who's not. And that's going to be very fun to see who ends up with a good opportunity at the end of the season to win the championship. I had 24 people watching me ramble on about nothing. That is incredible. Y'all
You're getting more
watch
views on this than some of your races.
Yeah, I am. Y'all watch this?
I think everyone's just hanging out for the draft, surely.
I think so. But even then, there's only, what, 16 drivers? Hey, I'm glad y'all are excited. I'm glad y'all are excited. We're going to have a lot of fun 2 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks. We're going to have fun 2 weeks from now. We're going to have fun next week, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. The Friday after that as well. Next 4 Fridays we got races. And then I think the Friday after that is the first race of the Top Dragster Open, right? I think that's the Friday. Friday
I would
of
have
the
to look again.
truck race in the in real life at Daytona.
Yeah, I would have to look again.
I think that's when you
but
scheduled it.
I think
does
Well, we
sound
have 24
right.
people watching. There's bound to be someone out there who is in the Discord who hasn't signed up for the LYTE series. So, if you want, see this thing. This is your last, other than next week with the IndyCar series. This is your last opportunity to be in a full-time ride until trucks later on. So, now's your chance. Now's your chance. You got an opportunity to be in something. Here you go. Of course, everyone can always sign up for the Sprint series, including the burners, I guess, at this point, because you know. What's going to stop us at this point from not figuring that out? That was definitely... We've had 2 straight years of that being an issue in the Sprint Series as well, so you look forward to that, Nathan.
Yay.
Lots of
But in
fun.
all seriousness, since I'm very much looking forward to the Sprint series, hopefully we don't have too many fun issues, but
Hopefully not.
we're looking forward to it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt about it. Always have fun with the Sprint Series. Looking forward to maybe you getting some new co-commentators in the booth as well for that as well. That'll be a lot of fun.
Definitely going to try to get as many people that are not in the races as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Andrew Williams is saying Stewart needs to watch out. This series is going to be his testing facility this season.
What if like, well, he's in the E series, but like, what if Ludovic picks Andrew Williams? Then what? That's the fascinating thing. The E series has 1 Grattan affiliated team, I think. Yeah, 1 Grattan affiliated team. That's Ludovic's team, Quebec Racing Team King Fast. The West series, you got Grattan officially, you got Vision Motorsports, Under Armour, Kochmer Racing, and then, of course, Velocistar as well. So half of the teams in the West Series are Grattan-affiliated teams. Now, there are no owners' ratings in this series, so that doesn't mean too much, but that's definitely going to make things interesting. Seeing
it's just a way
who
for
y'all
us
pick.
to. It's just a way for us to assert dominance, pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah, it's what we've kind of done.
Even
I know
even
Andrew's
if it's
not happy
a-
about you overtaking the bridge at Road America.
What? Oh, other Andrew?
Andrew Williams. Yeah, sorry. Different Andrew.
Okay.
Sorry. I know you don't care.
I was like, I think this is
It
the
is-
first time I've ever talked to Stewart in my life. So
Really?
yeah, I think it is. I think
Really?
you're completely right.
I've
that's
actually known
shocking.
Stuart longer, but I've known both of you for years now. And now here you are.
of the
together.
long time that of about the year that I like hardcore did, and I know Stewart was doing it too, but me and him never crossed paths, and still didn't for years on end. There, this is the first time I think we've crossed paths.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've actually like properly one-to-one talked to each other. So
Yeah.
There you go.
funny how that works. Don't worry,
Check
Andrew.
that
I'm
off,
not offended by it. Andrew Williams. I'm talking to. Sorry, I'm not offended by it. It means if you're hating on us, it like fair enough. I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
who
if
was?
you can't- Just wait until you get to the Pro Series, and like half of the drivers in there are like Grattan affiliated, or the teams are Grattan
Yeah,
affiliated.
pretty much. Pretty much.
It's just fun to hate on Grattan. I'm sorry, Stewart, says Andrew Williams.
If you
and
know,
that's
you
fine.
know.
That's good.
These guys take it seriously, but they make it fun. They make it fun. They make it what it is, and I really, really enjoy that and seeing that. And I tell you what, I'm
It's
really
gotta be-
enjoying next
it's
week,
gotta be a
and
villain.
you'll seeing what happens in that South Boston race next week, because that's going to be a lot of fun as well.
There's got to be a villain in every series. So
There's
we're
got to
happy
be a
to
proper
take-
villain too.
Mhm.
Because
For all
in
the
reality, everyone loves Stewart, of course, but like in the
Seems
universe
like way
of what
too
we
much-
have, it works out
Too
very
nice
well.
of a guy.
on the
Although-
racetrack, the quote unquote heels for the wrestling knows here. The heels are the Grand Alliance, but off track we all like Stewart.
Stuart Grattan is the head of the table, and his affiliates are the Bloodline. If anyone gets that.
Yep.
Yep.
Really pumping my ego up here, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's what we're here to do. Now,
The-
Alex,
I
remind
do
me,
like.
who's Blaine Keys driving for? Sorry, Caleb.
Blaine Keys
Oh,
is
you're good.
driving for Brennan's team, Pacific Racing, which is also a very solid team in the Wawa Cup Series. So
Okay.
that's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, I feel better now
hmm
because of, you know.
Blaine Keys does drive for Velocitar in the Truck Series, though, and he won the championship. So there you go.
That was
Got my
that
word.
was
I
good.
got my word cut out for me.
You told me to my face to face, that you thought you had it figured out. So
I think
I'm
I may have told you when we were in the car.
you. When we're
Maybe.
Oh well, I don't think you knew at that point. But like the last time we saw each other, you definitely were like, yes, we're definitely going for him. So we'll see what you do in Durrani Racing there. I'm excited to see what you do in the Pro Series as well, because you're also in that, and I think you had a good shot to get something to go. If you know what you're talking about, and know what you're doing, you have a good shot at doing something over there.
I hope I do. I hope I don't eat my words, but I tested it out. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Excited to see how it all goes down for you, and for Durrani Racing. Oh, yeah, you know what? Something I gotta do is, and I haven't done it yet, is change the emojis out in the server for the updated numbers. I already have them all, and thanks to Hairgel again for doing all that. But you know, y'all are still using the old numbers. I wonder if I can do that now before we get there. 7:30 is still when we're gonna reveal the draft order for the Wawa Cup Series, by the way. So it's always been 7:30. It's not gonna change. We keep it 7:30. Let's see here. Let's see if I can change the emojis in here. It's probably
Have
going
to
to make
change
me
the
adjust,
Caleb, weren't Sorry.
all the sizes here. So
wasn't Caleb going to say something?
hey, Caleb, say something.
Back when it was kind of on that discussion, I was going to say I really like how it honestly kind of feels like a real race environment where, like, of course, off the track, you know, we're all really good friends and everything, but like on the track, the chips are down.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Jared Martin, yes, there are
Yes.
still lights.
Yeah, sign up.
Still plenty.
You're in the
Still
server. And
plenty.
by
It's
the
in the-
way, if you haven't been paying attention, you are in an uncharted ride for the Wawa Cup Series. So you do have that, but you are eligible to sign up for LYTE. I'm sorry to some if you didn't really know if you were in or not. Like, I did post it in the Wawa Cup Series, and like it was a lot last week. It was a lot to maneuver all that around. But if you have the role in the Discord server, either Wawa Cup Series driver or Wawa Cup Series driver with UC, which stands for Uncharted, in parentheses, then you are in the Wawa Cup Series. So don't worry. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can figure this out. See if I can find it in my computer, you know? I got so much junk in here. Do we even have the numbers? I mean, I know I have the numbers, but where are they? No, that's not it.
Yeah, the link is in the Discord in the sign-ups, Jared. In the sign-ups chat.
Yep. The very first link.
In signups, in hashtag signups. It's probably not going to let me do this, is it?
Oh, you don't have to change the 11 either. That's good. You can literally just keep the same ones. 11 and 51. And the 32.
This is aggravating. Because it doesn't let me, like, do them all at the same time. Actually, I should just delete all the old ones and then just... Because I already have all 50 of them. You're being rate limited. What does that mean?
What?
Oh,
Discord doesn't like you, apparently.
I pay
Yeah,
for
but-
Nitro. It better like me.
yeah, that happens to me too. If you hit the X on like either
Yeah, if you do too much at
emojis
one time,
or
it's like... Get
roles,
it
yeah, if
together.
you do too much, it does not like it. If you do too much too fast, for some reason.
26 people watching with 5 minutes to go here.
5 minutes to go. Hey, the nice thing is this isn't like sign up, so like y'all don't. If I miss it by a couple minutes, you know, you're not missing out on anything. Hey, there's Jared. Great to have you, Jared Martin. Glad you found it.
Left Turn Network, very nice Call of Duty reference there.
Got to upload everything individually now.
And
I don't
numbers
think we're
makes
gonna
it.
end up finishing
Look at
this. Quit telling me I'm being rate limited. I got 23 that managed to go through there. Yo, Josh
just gotta find the
Marzak
limit.
got in.
Yeah.
Hey!
Let's go.
East is closed, by the way, so
That's a name.
that is a name.
That's awesome.
Went to school with him, so when he signed up for the Thanksgiving 500, that was like, whoa. Great to have him back, though. We'll see where he ends up. Oh my goodness, I can't type. You know, I've been having trouble typing lately. Like I never hit the keys that I want to hit on the keyboard, and I had that problem at work. I have a problem here. My fingers are too big. All right, East is closed. That doesn't mean that LYTE is closed. We still got 9 slots for West. No one wants to be in the West. Nobody. Everyone
Because
wants
of
to be in
Brad.
the East.
I had that
I wonder
same problem.
why.
We need
that
some
is.
competition.
You need some people over there in the West Series. You know, we got to have some fun with the West Series. I mean, we've got the Grattan Alliance. We got every Grattan team imaginable. Actually, not everyone, because Ladovic's team's in the East.
Not Moldova.
But East is closed. Still 9 slots for West. So we're gonna do this here. Yes. Dice. Kyle Craven, you are already in, if you're listening. Because you missed out. So if I DM'd you directly, you're already in there. So 9 slots left.
Zayden, I agree with you.
for
Zayden, I
West.
agree with you. West is best.
So all the
West
9
is
that
best.
sign up.
West is best.
East is least. Oof.
I thought you said Weast.
What kind of compass are you
Least.
reading?
The compass should be reading.
That's West,
Yeah,
Patrick.
we'll get the 2025 emojis in a moment. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not. I'm just
We
really.
need 3 more
struggling with
people
it.
watching this.
Yes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and open up OBS. That would be helpful. And we're gonna switch to this now, so that way I can actually, you know, open this up without there being an issue. All right, we'll keep this open to the side for the lights. Oh, Trey Wright signed up. W.
Hey.
Hey,
Ooh,
hey.
there
By
you
the
go.
way, sign up for Trey Wright stuff. His stuff is in the self-promotion, but be an owner in his series. Trey is a longtime runner of our good friend of mine. We need to talk more, Trey. We need to get you in the booth for some races.
Yeah, Trey's
I know too
starting
many
to come
people.
back.
By the way, Trey, you're going to be in the West Series because East Series is closed. So Trey Wright's going to be in the West Series. Everyone who signs up from this point is going to be in the West Series. All right. How do I do this? I had like no preparation going into this. All right, by the way, too, sign up for the JBL Cup Series and the Krispy Kreme National Series. I don't know if you're going to stick with us, Nathan, but if you are, definitely
I
give us an
probably
update
will.
on that and
got
update us on
nothing.
all that. We're excited. We're excited for that. And here we go. Here we go. Me and my PowerPoint presentation skills. Welcome. Welcome. I'm going to be like, I should have. You know what? I absolutely should have, and I just thought of this. I should have worn my jacket and tie to do this.
Hey, Nathan, just quickly, we need access.
Oh,
Need
shoot.
access? Oh, no,
Need
Nathan.
access to the form.
The Google Forms are actually annoying.
Yeah, they changed it.
They did change it.
They
And-
changed them a lot.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. That's,
Oh, I see. Yep. Whoops.
I've been there before. It's okay.
Thanks
It's
to
not
it.
what it should be. Not what it should be. Hey, the big moment here. The big moment. The Wawa Cup Series draft. And we'll get to the draft start after this. I'll start DMing the East people since we already got a full list. Does somebody have... Ladovic was doing this last week. Does somebody have that little ring that they do in the NFL draft on the soundboard? Stuart probably has access to it. I mean, I know I probably do
no,
too.
'cause I don't have Nitro, so I can't.
You don't have Nitro, so you can't.
I unfortunately don't have it.
I can't.
I've got nothing. What do I have? I can make a quack noise.
You make a quack noise. Where's the sound?
Shall I demonstrate?
Where is it? Oh yeah, that's everyone who doesn't sign up for the.
There you go.
The LYTE series. Alright, that's next order of business. We gotta get the draft sound in.
Where is it? Is it in the Yacht Club server?
It's in your. Yeah. Let me just.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it.
There it is.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
There we
nice.
go.
Oh, we're not quite there yet. We're gonna let you all know what it's like here in just a moment. We're gonna start out with the charter team, the drivers. That's obviously the big one because these are the guys who are going to be in every single race. They don't have to qualify their way in. They're going for the championship. And we got some good teams and we got some good drivers who are going to be a part of this one. And we're very excited to see who goes where. I already know who goes where. And if you were watching half an hour ago, you probably found out when I accidentally leaked the first two picks because, like I said, I was born in the 20th century, so I don't know how to operate computers. I say that. I was barely born in the 20th century, but I was born in the 20th century, so... Here we go. Racing Motorsports and the number 41. Aaron Abel's team. That is the team that has the first pick. Of course, Blaine Keys drove that ride last year nearly to a championship. Didn't quite get it. Stuart, you know what happened, and I know you were happy about that, but still got a feel for Aaron Abel and that whole organization, especially for Blaine Keys when that all went down. And Blaine moving over to Pacific Racing, that was already decided before that finale race, but Aaron has the first pick of these six drivers. Team Williams, it's Andrew Williams' team in the number 23. They had Braden Perez in that ride. Last year, Perez went over to Millennium Motorsports. Braden Perez is going to... Andrew Williams is going to have the second pick. Braden Perez does not own a team in this series. See, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But Team Williams there, the number 23, that's going to be the second pick of this draft. Andrews Racing. Now, Andrews Racing was not originally going to return, and then John came back and said, we are going to return. Both of the drivers left the team, Zachary Fitzwater and Bryce Egan. So both of the rides are open for Andrews Racing. But Parker Davis Enterprises is the one, or technically the second new team. The other one is Team Velocitar. We gave Matt a team under the assumption that Andrews Racing was not going to return, and then he did, and there was one spot left. We gave it to the team in the Truck Series that did not have a Cup Series team already. The best team in there was obviously Parker Davis Enterprises, and that is a Grattan-affiliated team as well. Definitely going to be fascinating to see who ends up in that one in number 6. And then Andrews Racing goes 5th, Parker Davis goes 6th. We did that so that Max Davis, the owner of Parker Davis Enterprises, would have an opportunity to pick somebody from a list of 3 people. Those 6 people who signed up, who made the chartered rides, are Duncan Ward, Isaac Nichols, Christian Master, the only driver in this list who has actually run a full-time season in the Wawa Cup Series before, Leonard Kochmer, Nathan Smith, and Alex Sanventali. Very solid list right there. All of these drivers, except for Nichols and Smith, have been in a rating series before. At least with a driver. And for Isaac Nichols and Nathan Smith's case, they have driven in the Wawa, or in the NOFSRL Cup Series back in the day, I should say. So they've been around. So we got a very solid list here. And we're going to get started with the first pick of the Wawa Cup Series draft. That is such a fun thing to do. Aaron Abel and Racing Motorsports select Leonard Kochmer. What a big surprise.
Oh,
what a big
what a surprise that is.
What a big surprise.
Hang on, wait.
There you go.
There we go.
I think this was like the worst kept secret. But I mean, everyone knew it. No one said it. That's kind of what it was, that Leonard was going to be the first pick. And after what Leonard did in the Turkey Hill Truck Series over the fall, no surprise that he's getting the first pick there. I know there's a big deal with another alliance here, and say what you want about that, Stuart, but the United Alliance with Racing Motorsports, Trackhouse Racing, Harrisville Motorsports, I think they're going to be pretty solid. I don't know if they're going to necessarily be Grattan level, but they got a Grattan level driver right here in Leonard Kochmer. Definitely a great pick. Thoughts on this one, guys? Leonard Kochmer almost won the Turkey Hill Truck Series Championship without a win, and now he's going into the ride that almost won the championship with Blaine Keys last year in the Wawa Cup Series.
Well, he definitely held his own in the truck series, obviously driving for Echo Evans Ross, and only Blaine finished ahead of him in the points. Obviously, beat guys like Samadeo, Troxel, Charette. I mean, these are guys that have been there top 5 both seasons of Cup, so it's pretty good pedigree. And driving a car that finished second in the points last year and was well and truly in championship contention pretty much the whole way through is. Puts him in a very good spot for the year ahead. So obviously this was not a surprise to I think anybody in the slightest. I think everybody knew this was going to happen, but there's a reason why, and he's a high quality driver. So good for Leonard, and good pick by Racing Motorsports.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was kind of leaning on this being the scenario. Of course, got second in the Truck Series Championship. Definitely gonna. I knew he was gonna be a hot prospect for the draft, and he ended up being the number 1 pick, and that could be a very scary combination based off of what we saw with Blaine Keys last year with Racing Motorsports. So that could be a good duo, and we'll see how that unfolds throughout the 2025 season.
Definitely going to be interesting. No doubt about it. I say that all the time about everything, but I tell you what, this has never been more interesting than it is now with the Wawa Cup Series, and what we've been able to build with it is quite amazing. But Leonard Kochmer, of course, very solid driver, going to a very solid ride. I think this is a driver that is going to get a couple of wins next season, but watch out. Watch out for Racing Motorsports. They're going to be an interesting team to look at. Kochmer's teammate going to be Brian Webb as well, an experienced driver that came over from Team Williams. And speaking of Team Williams, are we going to do this? I'm the only one that can do it. So it's like, am I going to do it each time?
Yes.
I guess I am. Yes, I am.
If you send me a screenshot, I can do it.
Well, that's the thing. I can't send you a screenshot of a sound.
Oh, the sound. Yeah. I thought you meant like revealing the driver.
No, I mean, yeah. All right. Here we go. This is so stupid. The second pick of the Wawa Cup Series draft. Andrew Williams and Team Williams select Duncan Ward. I'm sure Eddie's going to be surprised by this one a little bit, but I'm not too surprised by this. Duncan Ward had a pretty decent year in the Truck Series, all things considered. Got a win at Talladega with the Beacon Quantum Racing team, which was not as good as it was the year before. We'll just say that. But Duncan Ward's a driver. Put him in a good ride. There's a good chance that Duncan Ward could actually go for a chase spot this year. We will have to see how that ends up shaking out. But very excited to see Duncan Ward in the Wawa Cup Series. This is a driver who made pretty big waves in the Sprint Series. Made some big waves in the Truck Series, especially with that Talladega win. And now, second pick in the draft. Team Williams, a very good team. A car that has won multiple races in the past. Definitely a solid driver. I know that Eddie is happy about this one with Duncan Ward going second. Especially going over some veteran drivers here. So that's a big deal there for Duncan Ward to get the second pick.
Definitely. Really looking forward to see what Duncan can do at the top level here in the Wawa Cup Series. Definitely a very solid driver. But He's got a really good team behind him within Team Williams. I think Duncan Ward can make some shockwaves here this season. I think he's ready to rock and roll. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the truck series, obviously it was a rough year for Beacon Quantum, but Duncan was by far and away the leader of that team. He finished 61 points ahead of Matthew Burnett. So, you can't ask for too much more, I think, in those circumstances. Obviously got that win at Talladega. So, and he's got a good team. And Andrew's been talking. Which is obviously his right to do. He feels pretty confident in what the cars will do this year. So that puts him in good stead. So, of course, the 23 made the chase last 2 years, and so it's a good car to be in.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And I think this is a team. Duncan Ward, Avery Alford going to be Team Williams next year. Watch out for him to have some solid runs here and there. And hey, you know what? Duncan Ward could definitely surprise us, end up being one of the best drivers of the season. I think, too, we always look at the Grattan drivers. Ludovic Schredt, Drew Webb going to be with your team, Stuart. And we also look at Blaine Keys, of course. But, I'm thinking about it the other day, and it's like, you know what? There are easily 15, 18 driver team combinations that can easily make the chase this year. And there's only 12 slots. So fascinated to see who ends up making the chase. It's going to be a 22-race regular season, a couple of extra races in there. So it's going to make it a little bit harder to make it in. So fascinated to see how it ends up shaking out. But, hey, Duncan Ward's going to be up there in a lot of these races this season. Excited to see what he can do. All right. Speaking of Andrews, it's Andrews Racing, John Andrews' team, which they lost both of their drivers last year. But they're going to get 2 new drivers here. And let's do this. Let's do this. Let's hit the little button. Do it again with a third. I can't hold a straight face and do this. I don't know why. With the third pick in the Wawa Cup Series draft, John Andrews and Andrews Racing select Alex Savantali in the number 61. I actually almost said a different name, and I didn't even have the order right. But Alex Savantali with the third pick there. And his driver, Emily DeBenedetti, in the Truck Series, who I think she finished top half of the field in the Truck Series, and she was actually top 10 in points majority of the season. Great to see Alex get a full-time ride, and with Andrews Racing, a team that's been around. Hey, that was Ludovic's ride a couple of years ago, and we all saw what Ludovic did in that ride in 2023. Sam Vitale, first run in the Wawa Cup Series. I think he actually tried to sign up for the Cup Series last year, missed out. He did it again. He got in a full-time charter ride, so great to see that. It's going to be an interesting combination here in Andrews Racing, no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, this is a driver, specifically Alex Vitale. I know that this person's had a lot of different names, but Sam Vitale almost won the JBL Cup Series last year, and that's the winning series. So not to self-promote, but if you do good in one winning series, there's a good chance you could do good in another one. So I know what Sam Vitale can do, and I'm very much looking forward to what Alex Sam Vitale could do. In my opinion, that could be one of the more surprising stippers throughout the Wawa Cup Series season.
Oh, is it me? Okay.
No one else has anything to say? Hey, that's the thing about these drivers. We didn't know anything. Just before you go, Stuart, we knew nothing about Ludovic Schredt 2 years ago, and now look at her. So,
yeah.
So I'm just saying, we know more about Alex Savantali than we do about Ludovic Schredt. And with what Nathan was saying there, almost winning the JBL Cup Series, which is a rating series done very similarly to us here in the Wawa Cup Series. If you know what you're doing over there, you know what you're doing over here, and that could be definitely a good combination.
Yeah, and just mentioned the JBL Cup Series performance there was very strong. And when you look at the trucks with DeBenedetti, 13th in points, and definitely outran Jesse Turner basically all season. So, and I think DeBenedetti was actually at Andrews Racing. Was that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're actually right about that. Yeah. So Alex staying within the team there. Yeah,
so I mean, it makes sense. And obviously John quite happy with what DeBenedetti did, so it makes a lot of sense for Sam Vitale to go there. And of course, we saw that. I talked about Ludovic made the chase in 61 in 2023, and Bryce Egan in the 69 was pretty quick at times last year, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously, they're switching to Ford this year, so we'll see how Andrew's Racing goes with. We'll get to their second driver in a minute, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I'm excited to see what San Vitale can do. Probably, I mean, yeah, of all the guys in the Wawa Cup Series this season, probably the least experienced in terms of what they've done on the channel in the past. But if that's the least experienced driver, a driver that almost won the JBL Cup Series championship, boy, watch out. It's going to be a good season. All right, move on. And Stuart, I know you have a lot of interest in this one of your fellow Alliance teams here. Parker Davis Enterprises and the number 6. You probably already know who this is.
No wonder.
This is gonna be fun, and you know, I think this is a great pick. I don't think a lot of people were thinking about this guy when this list came out here, but let me tell you something. Get this guy going, he could actually be the champion. I mean, seriously, could happen. But here we go. The funny noise. I don't know why that's so funny. With the 4th pick in the Wawa Cup Series draft, Max Davis and Parker Davis Enterprises select Isaac Nichols in the number 6 machine. And Stuart, fellow countryman there for you. I know Isaac is a guy who you know, and Isaac's a guy who we know as well. Ran on the channel back in the day. I think he was saying his last start was 2018. He will be in the Pro Series, though, as well this season, driving for Ludovic's team over there. But Stuart, I know you're excited about this driver being under your umbrella of teams, and you know, this is a guy to watch out for who could definitely make the chase. He hits the cars correctly, driving for a Parker Davis car, which will be just like a Grattan car. Gonna be fun to see what Isaac can do this season in that number 6 machine.
Yeah, well, firstly, I must say I was not expecting him to actually be in this series this year. I was not anticipating. I think he said before the season that he was going to try and sign up. So, yeah, the influence is spreading, which is good. But yeah, Isaac, I've known him for I think it's like about a decade now. I've known him for a long time, and yeah, he's very highly skilled. He knows what he's doing in terms of the ratings, and you know, even though he hasn't really done a whole lot of them, you know, he's in a good car. Parker Davis obviously did really well in trucks with Jack Haas and Skep Silver. So, you know, we're thrilled. I mean, this is if I had to pick, I'd pick Isaac first, to be honest with you. So I'm a little bit biased in that regard because he's a good friend of mine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do this year in the 6, and looking forward to what Parker Davis can do in the 06 as well.
See, we don't plan these things, so we kind of just like wing it. So when no one talks, no one talks. Anyone else get anything?
We got Isaac back.
Andrew, you've been quiet for a while. How do you feel about this one?
Admittedly, I've been as quiet as I have been just because, I mean, all 4 of you have way more knowledge on this front than I do.
Well, maybe that's why I finished 32nd in points last year.
Ouch.
You just walked into that one, man. I mean, come on.
I mean, you got a point. You got a point on that one.
I can mess with Andrew. I can mess with him.
Oh yeah. Hey, just remember, you only live an hour away from me. But anyways,
I mean, 25 people are watching right now. I mean,
but no, I mean, it is cool because, man, that is a name that I have not heard in a very long time. So to see Isaac Nichols back in the Cup Series, no less, is really, really cool. And I don't know. That's about all I could say, really, because like I said, my knowledge is lacking on past teams and all that. But I'm with you, Alex, and I think that you kind of felt the same way when Marzak popped back up for the Thanksgiving 500. It's just that when you see an old name like that and then they pop back up again, you just go, okay, that's awesome. And I kind of feel that way about seeing Isaac Nichols here. So
I'm sure a lot of
best of luck to him.
I'm sure a lot of us do. And like I said, you're going to be racing. Well, you're racing with him in both the Cup Series and the Pro Series. So not only is he in the Cup Series, he's in the Pro Series as well. And you get to see him race next week at South Boston. So looking forward to that.
Love it.
All right, so there's only 2 guys left. There's Christian Master and Nathan Smith. One of these guys has been in the Wawa Cup Series before, actually has a race victory in the Wawa Cup Series. Valvoline 400 in 2023 was won by Christian Master when he was driving for Racing Motorsports. Christian Master is a driver who has been on the channel since the very beginning. Obviously, we alluded to this on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve with the 10th anniversary race, but I've talked about it a lot, and we're not that far away from the 10-year anniversary of the first race on the channel, which will be April 1st of this year. Most of those slots will be invites to some of the guys who have been closest to me, who have been on the channel the longest time. This is a guy who is going to be on. I'm already giving away who this pick is. I'm already kind of giving it away because I almost gave it away the first time because I thought it was like this. But here we go. Enough with all that. The 5th pick in the Wawa Cup Series draft, John Anders and Andrews Racing select Christian Master for the number 69. And this is a driver who almost won the first race on the channel. I should tell you, even though that was won by Jesse Turner, which will have Turner in the Wawa Cup Series this year. But Christian Master is a guy, like I said, who's going to be in that 10th anniversary race when we get to it in April. A lot of you guys are going to be in that. And this is a good pick for John. And this is a guy who's been in the Wawa Cup Series before, so he knows what he's doing. And we'll have to see what he can do again in his second season of the Wawa Cup Series after taking a year off.
Guess I'll go again. But yeah, when you look at
Nathan's busy with his signups right now, so I give him some slack there.
Fair enough. But yeah, Christian, the only driver, he was one of the guys that missed out on the chase in 2023, but he finished 14th in points. The only driver that finished better than him that didn't make the chase was Blaine Keys. So, something worth noting perhaps. But obviously had a good year, drove for Racing Motorsports, got that win at Daytona. Didn't quite get a ride last year, but he's back, and again, it's the same kind of thing we've talked about with Sam Vitale. That's a car that can make the chase and can be competitive. So we'll see how much he can pull out of that, and we'll see what we can do this year.
Oh yeah, without doubt, great to have Master back, one of the, I guess, OGs from way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And it's great to see him back, and like Stuart said, that is a very competitive ride, definitely a chase contender, and we have to wait and see what that duo can do. I know I said that a lot, but it's gonna be interesting with Andy's Racing and Master.
We're excited to have Christian Master back, and this could be a sleeper pick for some races this year as well, especially the super speedways where Christian Master won the Valvoline 400 a couple of years ago. But at least one more left. I didn't even like hide it because we knew there was one more left. Nathan Smith will be in the 06 then for Parker Davis Enterprises, and this is another one though. Even though Nathan Smith is Mr. Irrelevant, this is like a Brock Purdy level of Mr. Irrelevant because Nathan Smith is a guy who I definitely think is going to be up there as well, especially considering he's going to be under the Grattan umbrella. It's been a while since he has driven on the channel. He actually did make a couple of starts over the past year in the Pro Series, I do believe, but excited to have Nathan Smith back, and this is a guy to watch out for, especially when a Grattan ride. So, I don't know, Stuart, how are you feeling with Nathan Smith being your driver?
I'm very happy with Nathan Smith as my driver. Again, another guy who I think can do really well with the ratings, and obviously he's going to be in a good car, or at least in theory he'll be in a good car. So, yeah, I mean the 06 did both the Parker Davis cars, trucks did well in the truck series, and Nathan, he competes in my series, and he actually won a couple of weeks ago. So I think he really knows what he's doing, and he could come out in first year and make a big impact, I think.
Excited to see what he can do, no doubt about it. And like I said, this is another driver who's a sleeper pick for the chase, and even for bigger things, I feel like as well. So definitely excited to see how it all ends up shaking out for Parker Davis Enterprises. That's a team that could end up top five in the owner standings, or even better, I think, considering the drivers that they have. So excited to see how that ends up going. Very excited. That's all I say. What was it that what word was it that you said, Andrew, that you give me $5 for if I said it in a race, and you never actually gave me $5 for it?
Bewildering, I think it was.
And I used it.
What race was it?
This was like before Bristol, so like before we went to Bristol. So I can't can't remember. Like Watkins Glen in the Pro Series or something. I don't know.
Someone needs to find when Alex said it will be bewildering to see, and I will hold up my end of the bargain. I will give him $5 next time I see him.
Man of his word. All right. Uncharted teams and drivers. And this is going to be the unique thing about this year is the fact that we have full-time uncharted drivers. They are not locked into these races. They have to qualify their way in. And unlike NASCAR, we're not giving away any permanent rides just because you have a cool name. What is that? What is that about? I know it's cool that Elio Castroneves is now locked into the Daytona 500, but I'm not a huge fan of that at all. Like, how do you determine that? How do you determine that? Like,
Recognition.
You know, I don't know
I
what
was
to say,
having,
to be honest.
not even joking, having a conversation with my mother last night. Love my mother. She's a great mother. And, you know, she knows I do all this stuff and all that. And she was saying, you know, I was telling her that I had all this going on tonight. And she's like, oh, you're kind of like NASCAR. I was like, no, I'm better than NASCAR. So, anyways.
Imagine if,
Off on
actual
that tangent.
imagine if actual NASCAR had a draft.
That'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool if you did something like that. Well, hey, we're about to do it for the Uncharted guys. Now, the Uncharted teams and drivers have to qualify their way in. The way it's going to work, because there are also the 4 hot seat drivers where those owners are going to be picking drivers each week. There'll be someone different in the ride. One of those guys is guaranteed into each of the races, and at least 5 of these, well, actually not at least 5 of these guys, because the top 5 that qualify in Uncharted qualifying, which also includes the hot seat drivers, all advance on, and then the highest hot seat driver, assuming that a hot seat driver is not already in the top 5. If a hot seat driver is in the top 5, then it's the 6th place driver. And in theory, you can have 4 hot seat drivers that qualify in and only 2 of these guys. So those Uncharted qualifying sessions are going to be very fascinating to see, especially as we move on throughout the season. But here we go. Stuart, I know you're excited for this. You have the first pick because your team had the most owners points. You actually were the owners champion in the Wawa Cup Series last year. Caleb, you have the second pick. And then I know you're excited for that. You had a good season last year. Aaron Abel, Racing Motorsports, they have the third pick. Team Williams, Andrew Williams has the 4th pick. Igor Barreto and Titan Fury Racing, they have the 5th pick. Brendan Wilmington and Pacific Racing have the 6th pick. Joe Rutkowski, Rut Racing, have the 7th pick. Derek Campbell, Hamill Racing Enterprises, have the 8th pick. Airgel Arvin Alonso, Airgel Motorsports have the 9th pick. And then Nathan, you barely got in, but you get whoever's left. You already know who that is, Nathan, but excited to see who it gets. How it all ends up divvying up right here. And here are the 10 drivers, I should say, that are in those Uncharted rides. They're guaranteed full-time in the Uncharted ride, but they're not guaranteed to make every single race. And especially once we get to Daytona, it's going to be very fascinating once we get to that, because we're going to do single-car qualifying for all 50 drivers for the Daytona 500. It'll be the only race we do that. And all these guys are going to have an opportunity to qualify their way in with that. But Zayden Davison, Jared Martin, Johnson Jameson, Eric Monaco, Aaron Lukes, Dylan Matthews, Haley Anderson Jr., J.R. Ribbleton, Darian Arnsdorf, and Carson Miller, the Lenovo Pro Series champion, are the 10 drivers that these 10 owners can pick here. Let's get started. Grattan, or Stewart, I refer to you by your last name. Well, Grattan Autosport. We always say Grattan. Grattan Industries, Grattan Racing Technologies. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you got here for... I gotta find the little soundboard thingy. Hold on. I'm so bad at this.
Pull it up.
You announce it, since you're here.
With the first pick in the Uncharted Driver Draft, Grattan Autosport select Darian Arnsdorf, which I don't know if it's a I don't know if it's a massive surprise to people. I once I saw his name pop up, he was kind of the guy that stood out to me straight away, because he's been around. I feel like he knows what he's doing. So, I'm quite happy with him in the 11, and I'm really looking forward to having him on as an Uncharted driver. I'm looking forward to seeing that 11 out on track this year. It's gonna be good.
Excited to see what he can do, and I have to ask, you didn't just feel bad for him after what happened in the Christmas Eve showdown?
No. Nothing to do with that. No, I think he's got a really high upside.
That is like the worst way to lose a race, is to think you actually won it and then you didn't actually end up winning it. And yeah, but hey, he's going to be in the Grand Autosport ride, which is great. All right, Caleb, you're next. Yeah, you're a driver here.
Oh boy.
You go ahead and you announce who you've got here in your number 50 machine.
All right, so for pick number 2 in the Wawa Cup Series Uncharted Driver Draft, Appalachian Motorsports selects the Lenovo Pro Series champ himself, Carson Miller.
What a surprise. It's the Lenovo ride. I don't think I have to...
Hey, you know what? I actually did. I didn't think about that.
You didn't even think? You didn't even know that?
No.
Oh, man. We just blew
Well, that works
Caleb's
out, doesn't
mind.
it?
We just blew Caleb's mind tonight, guys. Well, hey, I know you're excited about the champion of the series. You did, being in your ride on Uncharted there, of course. But how you feeling about Carson Miller this going into the season?
I'm really looking forward to seeing what Carson Miller can do here on the Wawa Cup Series level. Of course, I think we all know why I chose him. I mean, there's a 17 video playlist on the channel that kind of explains why I chose him. But 2024 Lenovo Pro Series season, it was pretty much just Carson Miller and Stuart Gratton and a whole nother zip code from the rest of the field. And fortunately, I couldn't sign you, Stuart, since you're sure an owner in this series. But Carson Miller, definitely a very solid driver. He definitely showed it in Lenovo Pro Series. And excited to see what he can do here in a driver rating series. Of course, Lenovo Pro Series was an owner's rating league, but I do think Carson Miller definitely has a lot of potential to be a great driver, and really looking forward to seeing what he can do behind the wheel.
I am too, and then great to see Carson Miller get a full-time ride here. Of course, he's full-time in the Lenovo Pro, or Body Armor Pro Series. We got 2 Pro Series. How did that happen? How did we end up with 2 of them? It's my fault, but you know, Carson Miller, I mean, I'm glad he's got some full-time rides here going into this year, especially after winning that championship. And this is a guy I think, you know, as we move on throughout the year, is going to find himself in victory lane a couple of times, especially maybe in the Pro Series. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. All right, next guy in line, Aaron Abel and Racing Motorsports. Let's do the thing. I think I missed it for like the last pick of the Charter Draft. I don't know. It's getting kind of old. With the third pick in the Uncharted draft for the Wawa Cup Series, Aaron Abel and Racing Motorsports select Eric Monaco. This is great, because Eric Monaco actually drove for Racing Motorsports full-time in the 2023 season, and Monaco is back with the team. And in terms of recent, you know, success of these drivers who are in this Uncharted draft, Eric Monaco probably has the most. He got that win in the Truck Series at Road America, which is a great win for him. Qualified very well in that series, which, considering that these guys have to qualify their way into each race, that's going to be huge for Eric Monaco going forward. But that's a great pick. Great to see those guys get back together, Aaron Abel and Eric Monaco. And even though he's not going to be guaranteed in each race, Monaco's a guy who can find himself qualifying in a lot of these Wawa Cup Series races this season, especially with that team. That's a very solid team, and I'm excited to see what Eric Monaco can do there in that 45 machine.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And sorry, Nathan. I'm so used to just don't worry about it.
It's all good.
But yeah, I actually didn't realize that. I totally forgot that he actually drove for Racing Motorsports there in 2023. But yeah, he has. So yeah, a bit of reunion. Kind of know how it works, and I was in the booth for that Road America win, and it was a great win. Beat Blaine Keys to the checkered. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes with a car that again was proved to be pretty quick last year.
Oh yeah, it's great to see a former team pairing be back together again, with Monaco driving for Racing Motorsports a couple of seasons ago. And you mentioned of how well he was doing in qualifying in the Truck Series outs. That's going to be very important if he wants to make it into as many World Cup Series races as possible. And if he does what he does in the Truck Series, we could see a lot of Monaco in Racing Motorsports in the number 45 this season. Glad that this pairing's back, and I'm interested on what they can do.
Definitely cool to see it. Definitely cool to see that reunite. It's like we've been around 3 seasons now. We already have them reuniting. They've been gone and then they're back together again. Like we've already been doing it this long. That's something else. All right, here we go. Team Williams, 00. One of my favorite schemes. You know, the Hers scheme, of course. Always got I love the fact that we got a Hers scheme in the Wawa Cup Series. Definitely, we got to get a Wawa scheme in the Wawa Cup Series. Who's doing that? You know, am I the only one? Am I the only one here? Here we go. When are we gonna stop this? I think it's stupid. I don't know. 4th pick.
I love it.
Yeah,
Keep
I mean,
doing
yeah. You know, we can be silly sometimes. You know, we're gonna have a little fun. The 4th pick in the Uncharted Draft for the Wawa Cup Series: Andrew Williams and Team Williams select Zayden Davidson in the 00. This is another guy who made a few starts in the Wawa Cup Series last year. Raced his way in from the Sprint Series. Glad that he got a full-time ride here. He's also going to be in the LYTE series. I know he signed up for that, so I know he was really hoping to get a chartered ride, but at least he's got something here. He's got the LYTE series ride. He's going to be around, and of course, he can also sign up for the Sprint series as well. So you go back down there and win some races over there. But Zayden Davidson is another guy who, I remember last year he actually was coming on board and didn't make a ride in the Wawa Cup series. I'm thinking to myself, if he ends up in a full-time ride, he's going to be one of the best drivers, and you know what? He could be one of the best drivers in the Uncharted category. And you got to think they're all competing against each other as well. So I'm not saying Davis in there in that 00.
Well, I'll just speak for myself here. I really rate Zayden. I think this is a great pickup by Andrew Williams. I think he's going to be really quite good. I'm one of the guys that's up there in the Uncharted championship. I don't think there's a championship, but he'll be one of the highest scoring drivers out of the Uncharted drivers. I think he's going to be fantastic. Hasn't had a whole lot of experience with these ratings per se, but he's been around NR for long enough, and I think he'll be one of those guys that'll be right up there out of all the Uncharted drivers in the series.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree. Zayden Davidson is kind of a sleeper pick, I think, with these Uncharted cars. Team Williams is a very solid enough team that if those two can get on the same page, we could see a lot of that 00 in the Wawa Cup Series main field, and that's a good ride, like I said. So looking forward to what they can do, and let's see if we get a lot of Hers potato chips in the main Wawa Cup Series field this year.
I hope so. You can get Hers potato chips at Wawa, by the way.
Also, we forgot.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Golf clap. All right. Titan Fury Racing, Agar Barretto. They're going to look a little different next year. Losing Drew Webb, their championship driver. You got Zachary Fitzwater joining up with LJ Semedo as their full-timers. And they got an uncharted driver as well here. And with the... hold on, I gotta hit the button. I gotta hit it.
There it is.
You're gonna be dreaming about that sound tonight, by the way.
It's glorious.
With the fifth pick.
Luckily for me, I've got plenty of time.
Yeah, it's morning for you. With the 5th pick in the Uncharted Draft for the Wawa Cup Series, Agar Barretto and Titan Fury Racing select Dylan Matthews to drive the 05. This is a good pick. Dylan Matthews made the chase 2 years ago, in case you didn't remember, and she's definitely a very good driver. And this is another driver who I definitely see making a lot of these Wawa Cup Series races, especially in that Titan Fury ride. So great to see Dylan back behind the wheel. I know she was full-time in the Sprint Series last year, but she is now full-time in an uncharted ride in the Wawa Cup Series, which essentially those full-time Sprint Series rides kind of moved up to the Wawa Cup Series, and that's what these are right here. And Dylan Matthews going to be in that 05 machine.
As you said, the driver that made the chase a couple of years ago, and obviously we know Titan Fury's got good pedigree, so good combination. Kind of surprised she actually slipped as far down the order, to be honest. I thought she might have been taken a little bit earlier, but not a bad result. Still end up at Titan Fury. It's a good team. I think it's a good combination.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That Titan Fury team, of course, we all know the success with Drew Webb and just the success as a whole. I feel like that could be a pretty solid combination. Have to see what their Matthews can do, and maybe can do some surprising things. Because Time Fury, I know they kind of a down year last year, but they were still good. Time Fury, I think, is one of the better teams, especially the dodge side of things. So I think we might have to watch out for the Sunshine wide up there Matthews throughout the 2025 season.
Well, let's see what she can do. And like I said, you only get two Dodge teams. You got Titan Fury and you got Team Williams, and they got some pretty good drivers amongst all of their teams and drivers. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. Help me out. Pacific Racing's next in line. This is the 6th pick, and this is definitely going to be a good ride as well. Theoretical teammates to Blaine Keys and Thomas Troxel, whoever this will end up being. We'll go ahead, hit the button again. I heard someone say last week it wasn't that good of a sound. With the 6th pick in the Uncharted Wawa Cup Series draft, Pacific Racing, Brennan Wilmington select Haley Anderson Jr. This is the driver who won a Lenovo Pro Series race late in the going last season. And definitely excited to see what Haley Anderson Jr. can do behind the wheel. And excited to see her because she made some Lenovo Pro Series starts, did some good things, Caleb, and I think she's going to have a good run in that 92 machine for Pacific Racing.
Mm-hmm. I think so as well. Haley Anderson Jr. kind of stepped in kind of about midway through the season. But once they entered, they really hit the ground running. Like you said, they got a win there later in the season at Chicagoland Speedway. But there was some other races they could have possibly also won as well. Of course, Anderson Jr. pretty much fought with Nathan Ajboy pretty much the whole way through Eldora. Almost got it, but Ajboy just got him at the finish. But yeah, Anderson Jr. definitely proving to be a very solid driver. But excited to see what they could do here in at the Wawa Cup Series. Of course, really good team behind Anderson Jr. there, Pacific Racing. Like you said, they've got a superstar lineup, Blaine Keys, Thomas Troxel, and we know Brennan is a great team owner. I think Anderson Jr. is in a really good place, and I think definitely has some potential to make some headlines this season.
No doubt about it. Gonna be fun. Gonna be fun to see what she can do because she's one of these kind of wild card drivers we really don't know much of. We'll have to see what she can do in the ratings with all that. All right, well, let's get to it. I know some of y'all have been waiting a while to be interviewed here, so I do apologize, and we'll get to you guys. Like I said, let one of the mods know. Let Caleb, Nathan, Stewart, Andrew know. They'll pull you in here. We'll talk to you here.
I've got someone.
There you
I've
go.
got someone lined up as soon as we're done.
Someone lined up as soon as we're done right here. Rut Racing, number 2. This is the 7th pick. We got to hit the button. We got to do it with the first pick. That's what the soundboard sound is called. This is not in the AG server, by the way. Rut Racing, Joe Rutkowski, the 7th pick of the Uncharted Wawa Cup Series draft, goes to Aaron Lukes. This is a driver who was also in the very first race on the channel, by the way. Great to have Aaron back. That is that's the name that goes way back, if you remember. And Aaron Lukes going to be driving the number 2 machine, the DeWalt scheme. This is an interesting one because Aaron Lukes hasn't really done a rating series before, at least as a driver. We'll see if he picks up and finds himself in a good position here. I don't know, should we speed run these last 3 guys, or you want to talk about Aaron Lukes? I know Stuart, you drove with Aaron Lukes in that first race way back in the day.
Yeah, I know about Aaron. He's been around for a long time and has competed not just in Cup but in other series as well. So. Yeah, guy, we don't know a whole lot in terms of the ratings, but I think Rut Racing's a pretty solid team, so I like the pick.
Mm-hmm. And that'll be Rut Racing's pick right there. Only got 3 more left. Hamill Racing Enterprises next in line. Going to be teammates of Rogaldorn and Jesse Turner, driving the number 27. There's the little sound. Hamill Racing Enterprises with the 8th pick in the Uncharted Wawa Cup Series draft. Eric Hamill selects Johnson Jameson. I have no clue who this is. This is the first name, though, that I have nothing to say about because they've never made a start before on the channel. But we said that about Ludovic Strat 2 years ago, and look at where we are now. So you never know. You just never know.
In fact, I think both of the Wawa Cup Series champions are drivers that we never even heard of before, and then they won the championship.
2 years ago today, I had never heard of Drew Webber, Ludovic Charette, and now they're two of the best drivers in the history of the channel. So maybe
Which, of
Johnson
course,
Jameson is the next Ludovic Charette. Maybe we'll see.
maybe.
Both Drew Webb and Ludovic are on my team.
There you go.
So.
You got both champions there. All right, 2 more to go. Hairgel Motorsports, number 82, with the 9th pick. Gotta hit the button. Gotta do the thing. With the 9th pick in the Uncharted draft, Hairgel Motorsports. Hairgel Arvin Alonso. It's like J.R. Ribbleton. This is one of Roy Ribbleton's drivers, I believe. And definitely going to be an interesting pick right here. Because Roy Ribbleton has that experience in the Cup Series, has driven in the Cup Series before. We'll see what Hairgel Motorsports can do with J.R. Ribbleton there. This is a team, though, I expect to have very good equipment, though, especially with that United Alliance there with Trackhouse Racing and Racing Motorsports. Those are some good teams that are going to really help each other out, lean on each other, and J.R. Ribbleton's going to be in that circle, so it's going to be pretty fun to see, no doubt about it.
Definitely nice to see Ribbleton back and here on the channel, and really excited to see what he can do. Like I said, Hairgel Motorsports definitely a good team there. They got some good equipment. Of course, Hairgel knows what he's doing behind the owner's side of things, and we'll have to see what he can do. But definitely got some solid potential there.
No doubt about it. All right, Nathan, you were the last one. I know we had Jared Martin watching the stream earlier. He signed up for the LYTE series. Jared Martin's going to be in that 96 machine. This is another driver who's not made a start before, but he'll actually have a LYTE series start before he qualifies going forward to the Cup Series race at Auto Club. So he'll have a little bit of experience, but I don't know, Nathan. How do you feel about Jared Martin? How are you feeling with your Uncharted driver?
Well, no offense to Jared Martin, but I've never heard of him before. But I will say that he should be confident that he should at least have a solid season. And that's why since the fringe playoff force of habit, chase bound team.
Playoffs? Oh, we got to get that in the soundboard. Jim Morris saying playoffs. Absolutely got to get that in
We're
there.
talking about playoffs? You kidding me?
Playoffs?
Talking about the playoffs.
I'm just happy if they win a game.
Speaking of playoffs, college football playoff going on right now. I'm sad that Penn State lost. The kicker for Penn State's from the same town as me, which that's a big deal because I live in a small town, so that's pretty cool. And I was hoping that they would drive down the field and he'd make a winning kick at the end. But it's Penn State. They're just gonna choke it at the end. Alabama is still my favorite team, but as someone who is from Pennsylvania, I have to root for Penn State as well. But yeah, all right.
But yeah, welcome to the team, and looking forward to what you can do, Jared, than the Krispy Kreme 96 machine. This year.
Good scheme. Makes me want a donut. All right. There is the full-time driver list, everybody, and we did this earlier. Bernardo de Oliveira in the 0, Nathan Smith in the 06, Justin Zeidel in the 3, Trey Bartow in the 4, Isaac Nichols in the 6, Bryce Egan in the 9, Avery Alford in the 13, Matthew Hubert in the 15, Drew Webb in the 18, Laura Shung in the 20, Duncan Ward in the 23, Bruno Diacomo in the 24, Blaine Keys in the 32, Angel Gutierrez in the 36, Jack Haas in the 39, Leonard Kochmer in the 41, Brian Webb in the 43, Braden Perez in the 44, Jesse Turner in the 47, Ludovic Charette in the 51, Philip Torres in the 52, Daniel Paulus Jr. in the 54, Nicholas Samadio in the 59, Alex Amitali in the 61, Thomas Troxel in the 62, Christian Master in the 69, LJ Semedo in the 71, Rogel Dorn in the 74, Brad Stover in the 78, Roberto Crown Jr. in the 81, Andrew Miller in the 86, Kirsten Bell in the 93, Logan Williams in the 95, Tanner Parton in the 97, Travis Crampton in the 98, and Zachary Fitzwater in the 99. A lot of great drivers there. 36 of them. One of them's going to be your Wawa Cup Series champion. Though the uncharted drivers are still eligible, odds are they're not going to have enough points to make it. Early championship picks, guys. If you want to go that way, I know a lot of y'all, all of y'all actually have some involvement in the series. So, who do you think it's going to be with those guys? I just realized my webcam is blocking the list there. Skill issue on my part. There. Now you can see it. Now you can see it.
Well, I think it's easier to lift off just people that probably have a shot at making it into the chase versus championship picks. Because I think there's probably about 15 to 20 people out of the 36 full timers that could make it into the chase. And it's going to be really, really competitive, I think. I think you might still have the Grand Alliance be a little bit ahead, but we just have to wait and see. I think there's easily 15 to 20 colors that could compete for just the 12 chase spots, and there could be some big names not making it into the chase this year. That's all. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I look at obviously the one guy that I think is going to be the champion is Blaine. I think that 32 is going to be really, really hard to beat this year based on what he did in the trucks and obviously Cup last year. We'd like to say that our two guys are going to be up there. We'd like to think so. I'd hope so. But then obviously as well, you've got Troxel, and then you've got the two Evans Ross cars, 39 of Jack Haas, 93 Kirsten Bell. They're going to be up there again. They're the ones, obviously, Sam Adeo in the 59, Caleb, your team, I think are going to be quite fast again. And Nathan, I think Travis, if he gets a bit more luck, I think he can be a championship contender again. So, I think there's going to be a lot of really competitive teams. It's going to be the closest field that we've, closest championship we've had across the board, I think.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pipe in here and just say, like, man, just looking at this list, and as you guys are saying, just the amount of big names in this, from Keys to Charette, of course, the reigning champ, Sam Adeo, Troxel, golly, this is stacked, and I'm just glad to be a part of it, honestly. In any way, shape, or form. Of course, I know I keep saying, like, oh yeah, we're gonna try to go get them, but in reality, it's just cool to be able to, I don't know, just have fun and get to be a part of it. So I'm looking forward to it. I am, of course, obviously, keep an eye on the Appalachia cars, the Evans Ross cars, of course, the Grattan cars. How can you not? And the Pacific cars. I think those are going to be tough. No offense, Nathan, but.
And Nathan's team's going to be good too. Travis won Michigan
last
year. They're going to be good too.
Oh yeah, it was a skill issue on my part. That's why I stunk. So, it's good. And don't count on someone even like a Jesse Turner. We got Jesse freaking Turner in this too. So, Christian Master. It's stacked, and this is going to be so competitive. I really couldn't tell you.
It's definitely going to be a very, very fun season. I just feel like there's so many teams that just have absolute superstar lineups. Like I said earlier, Pacific Racing, you got Blaine Keys, Thomas Troxel. I mean, Evans Ross Racing keeping the good old reliable lineup of Jack Haas and Kirsten Bell. They were really, really good last season. Honestly, I think we got some underrated driver pairings in here as well. Ammo Racing Enterprises, they've got Jesse Turner and Rogel Dorn. We know Turner is definitely a very experienced driver, and Rogel Dorn, we've seen what he was able to do last year, and I mean, he continued to cook even in the truck series. But it's definitely going to be pretty difficult to pinpoint who the champion might be this early on, because there is so many competitive drivers and teams in here. This is going to be fun to watch and develop. That's all I can really say this early on.
It will be. It will be. Here are your uncharted drivers. Zayden Davidson in the 00, Dylan Matthews in the 05, Aaron Lukes in the 2, Darian Arnsdorf in the 11, Johnson Jameson in the 27, Eric Monaco in the 45, Carson Miller in the 50, J.R. Ribbleton in the 82, Haley Anderson Jr. in the 92, Jared Martin in the 96. And one thing that these uncharted drivers are not going to have is an opportunity to run in the best opening race in all of NR Offline. The best name, it has been this name for a long time. It's the Meliello Smooth Fest. Gotta love it. Gotta love that name. And we've kept it this way for a long time. Back in New Smyrna. So we're going to have a lot of fun with it there on that short track. That is 3 weeks from tonight, January 31st, 2025. That is the starting lineup for each of the heats right there. Of course, they are organized by the point standings from last season in the Wawa Cup Series. And as a matter of fact, I think we have 33 of the 36 drivers there who actually made a start in the Wawa Cup Series last year. So they're organized by points. For those guys who made a couple of starts, like Duncan Ward, Leonard Kochmer, and Christian Master, they're organized by the Wawa Cup Series points that they gained last year in the few races they ran. And then it's by wins with Isaac Nichols, Mason Smith, and Alex Amantali there. And the 36 charter drivers will be running in this race for the Mel Yellow Smooth Fest. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a lot of fun with this one. It's going to be a lot of fun with the Pro Series here as well. We're excited for it. And it's going to be fun with the LYTE Series. And I know someone requested a LYTE Series update. We are now down to 6 spots left. 6 spots left. Here we go. Kyler Sustry, J.R. Ribbleton, and Trey Wright all signed up there. Of course, everyone on this point, from this point on, is in the West Series. So just keep that in mind. But still 6 spots left if you want a full-time ride this year. 6 spots left. But yeah, thank you all. Let's go ahead and get some interviews going here. I know you all have been waiting. You all have been waiting
my first guy.
forever, and I apologize for that.
Already.
You have to listen to us, yap on about everything all night long. But hey, that's what we do. We yap. We like talking.
All right, I've brought him in. Let's see.
I don't even know who it is. I don't even know who it is.
Guy driving for
Justin
Dracoan Racing Enterprises for 2025, Justin Zidell.
Justin, good to hear from you, Justin. I know you're looking forward to this season, and you are not returning. Are you returning to the?
Yeah.
Well, you're returning to the series. You drove for Racing Motorsports last year, and now you're driving with Dracoan Racing Enterprises. So definitely a new team, new organization for you again. But I know you're looking forward to seeing what you can do with Roberto Ground Jr.
Yeah.
And how do you think the season's going to go for you guys?
Depends. I mean, I've kind of not been doing too good with the Rain series the past couple years, but we'll see how this one goes. I mean, 3rd team in the last 3 years. I'm just hopping around at this point. Yeah.
What is it about Dracoan that kind of stood out to you in terms of joining their team instead of going elsewhere, perhaps?
I mean, to be fair, it was kind of like the first offer I got, and I didn't really get an offer anywhere else, so I was just like, all right, if I'm not returning to the previous team, I'm just going to take the first one I get. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe this one might be the one. 3rd time's the charm, right?
It is.
Yeah,
We'll see.
fair enough.
See. Hey, I mean, you don't feel bad about jumping teams, too. Blaine Keys has been with 3 different teams as well in the Wawa Cup Series. So it's not bad at all. You definitely find your rhythm there. Of course, you won Road America with Stewart a couple of years ago, and definitely think you can definitely pull up a couple of wins and get everything right there. And also excited to have you in the Pro Series as well. So it's not just the Cup Series you're in the Pro Series where you don't have to worry about the owner either. I know you're excited about that getting started next week as well.
Yeah, it's going to be good, too. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, Justin,
By the way, Justin, you're still a legend for that Road America race. I still appreciate that. Appreciate that heaps.
Yeah,
That
that's
was,
that's
no,
the
that was-
first guy. Sorry,
Oh, keep going.
I was just gonna say that's the first guy I ever drove for in the Premier Series on AG. The channel was Justin Zidell and Zidell Motorsports. I won some big races with that team. So great, Justin. It's great that you're in this series again, even if it's as a driver. So I guess in the background, I'm definitely going to be rooting for you, man.
All right, thanks a lot, Andrew. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Justin. We look forward to seeing you throughout the rest of the season. And good luck. Good luck on the 2025 Wawa Cup Series season.
Yep, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to it.
Is Justin Zidell going to be driving for Dracoan Racing Enterprises in the number 3? They renumbered it over there at Owen's team. Going to be some fun over there, and we'll see what they can do. And that's the team that Blaine Keys used to drive for, by the way, as well, 2 years ago. And Blaine won the Meliolo Smoothfest. It's technically the first ever Wawa Cup Series winner, technically, even though the first one we're not going to mention. But Blaine Keys got that win there at the New Smyrna Speedway 2 years ago in the Smoothfest, and I think he's going to have a good opportunity of possibly winning it again. And hey, I think Justin also has a good shot at winning that Smoothfest as well. I think a lot of guys have a good shot at winning the Smoothfest because it's early on in the season. Going to be fascinating to see how that ends up shaking out, but looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how it all goes. By the way, I'm getting the LYTE Series draft started for the East guys, so Michael Lewis, if you're watching, Expect a DM from me in just a moment. Just a moment here. We're working on that. All right, who
All
else do we
right,
got here?
Who should we bring in next?
You all got to do. I'm doing a lot of stuff here. Y'all can talk.
I might just bring in Ludovic and be done with it. I think.
That's it.
After that, I'm seeing
Yep.
Matthew Hubert down there. So
Yeah, and right on cue, she actually sent me a DM right as I was bringing her in. So
There
perfect.
you go. Well, Ludovic, Wawa Cup Series champion.
I
You're doing it again, right?
will. I mean, I have a feeling of who's going to be the champion. I don't think it's. But we'll see. Maybe.
It'll be Drew, by the way. If it's not you, it's going to be Drew. Just for the record.
Nah. For real, I think it's going to be Rogel.
We'll see.
Yeah, Rogel's a good pick.
There's a lot of
Rogel's
good
going to be
picks.
right.
A lot of good picks.
A good pick.
He will be there for the Darien Arnsdorf Championship run.
It could happen.
True,
It could
true,
happen.
real.
I mean, if that
Oh,
happens.
good. Michael's ready to go. Michael's ready to go with this. This is awesome. Which that means, hey, you know, it's fitting that you're in here, Ludovic, because once Michael picks here, you're next
Maybe
in
I can
line.
announce my second.
So I might as well
my,
just ask you. Might as well just do it. Just do it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to DM you the list though. So
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, that's the thing.
Andrew's gonna love this one. Andrew Williams, not other Andrew. Andrew Williams is gonna love this one. Michael Lewis just came back to me, and we're not doing it like Wawa Cup Series. We're revealing it next week. We're just kind of going all way with this one. We're just doing it as it happens. Michael Lewis just went in all caps. Andrew Williams. So Andrew Williams is the first pick in the LYTE Series East.
How about that?
Oh, emphatic.
He was
that's,
excited for that.
He really
It
wanted
was like
Andrew
Andrew
Williams.
Williams. He is ready to go with Andrew Williams.
Ludovic, how is it? How excited are you to start on the poll for the first for the Mellow Yellow Smooth
For
Festival,
the
the
first
first
heat
one?
of the, I mean, that's I think that's the highest achievement I've ever gotten in this channel. I can't.
All right, Ludovic, you're gonna do this live. You're gonna tell me
Uh,
in person. Let me find you
You have the
first.
list.
Where are you?
I'd like to pick a driver who's actually there.
Yo, for those who are saying they want to be a part of the interview, just hop in VC. I know there's a couple of you that are already in there, but if you're not, hop in and we'll bring you in eventually.
All right, you got the list. It's everyone but Andrew Williams. So
All right, I think I know. So with the second selection in the East Light, what's the name of this
Body
series
Armor
again?
LYTE
Goodness.
Series East.
Okay, that's
That's what it's
in the
officially
Body
called.
Armor Light Series East, avec la deuxième sélection dans le Body Armor Light Series repêchage. That wasn't the right order of words, but no one cares because it's French and no one knows French.
Probably a couple. You do.
obviously,
Well, I mean,
I
that's
do,
fair.
and no one else, so who cares? Anyway, I'm gonna pick. Je vais choisir Dylan Matthews.
Dylan Matthews. Dylan Matthews. And is that going to be the 00 or the 64?
The 64.
64. Dylan Matthews in the 64.
Hey,
All right.
get golf claps. Wait, we could have
I
used
got
the
you.
sound.
Where is it? Where's the sound? You have the sound.
I got you.
Yeah, you had the sound.
I do too, but I'm
No,
busy
the
typing
wrong
all this out.
one.
Wait,
All right, who's
I
next?
mean,
we're all
it's
gonna
too late
spam it.
now. We've did the thing, so.
Haley
Already
Anderson
done the
Jr.'s
thing,
next.
so.
Or actually, Jacob Anderson's next, I should say. So we're going to get to them.
All right.
And they might not be online. And we might be waiting. And the fun might be over. Which is sad. I have too many
Sign up
people
for
on my
the
team.
West Series, by the way. People are not
Yes,
there.
sign up for the
You
West
have a-
Series.
You have a
Yeah,
good
You
chance
want to
of
be in a
getting
full-time
into
ride,
the
now's
Might
your
be-
chance. You had all this time, this whole opportunity. Don't come back at me later like, well, come on, you could ride. Well, you weren't here. It was open for hours.
Light Series West, you might get picked by me, by the way. So
Exactly. You're
Yeah,
gonna
that's the
end. You,
thing.
you have a 50% chance of being in a Grattan affiliated ride. Not that it matters too much because there's no owner ratings, but still, with a Grattan affiliated
some
ride,
good
it's a
odds.
big deal.
I mean, you'll get the Granite
it is a big-
experience.
That's
Absolutely.
That is a big deal.
Hey, I'll just tell you, Ludovic and I, we are very excited for this year. We are very, very excited to go defend this championship, and I think we're going to be thereabouts again. I'm looking
We
forward
might
to
have
it.
figured out something that maybe the others have not figured out. Maybe.
Perhaps we're
Well,
still
There's a
what have you
caveat on
figured
that
out?
because we don't.
there's still things we're working on.
What else
So
Yeah.
have you figured out? By the way,
well, we're
Nathan,
not
you want to give us an update on the JBL Cup Series signups and all that? Because that's also going on as well. I want you guys to sign up for that
Oh
too.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so far, there's only been 6 people that have signed up for the JBL Cup Series.
no, we
Yeah.
need more people. Come on, guys.
6 out of 12 for
Sign
the
up.
full time, and then 9 for the 500 only. But on the flip side, we got 8 out of 18 already in the Krispy Kreme series, so almost halfway.
That's good. Hey, if you're all watching, go sign up for Nathan's stuff in his Discord. I'm gonna pin the message linking to his Discord in the YouTube chat there, so you do it for me. He's gonna be doing the Sprint Series. JBL Cup Series is a great way to be in a Cup Series. That's like the Wawa Cup Series if you missed out as well. So if y'all all want to do that, and you post it in signups, Nathan. I think you have access to do that.
I believe I do.
Come
Yeah,
on.
basically, JBL Cup Series is basically the sister series of the Wawa Cup Series. It's
You're
done
right.
very similarly, and if you still want to be in the Cup Series and not in the Wawa Cup Series, you're more than welcome to be in the 6th season of the JBL Cup Series.
Are we having an AG cinematic universe?
Yes, Andrew.
AG and our 2003 universe.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Ludovic,
That's an empire everyone can get behind.
That's true. That's true. I think we'll Ludovic, we'll let you go.
Yep.
We'll bring in the next person.
See ya.
But
Well,
yeah,
have a
thanks
good
for hopping in. Thank you very much. All right, next up, Echo Evans Ross.
Echo. Oh boy,
Echo
you
Evans
guys got a
Ross.
good team coming. I know it.
Yeah.
Keeping the same drivers. You guys almost win the Wawa Cup Series owners title.
I'm sorry,
as well.
you gotta repeat that.
I don't even know what I was saying. You guys gonna win the owners title this year?
We're gonna try. I think we got a better shot at it because, maybe people kind of expect us. But I mean, last year was kind of honestly, I think we did a lot better than I expected us to. So, yeah, I'd like to think we are going to challenge for the owner's title, but I can't say 100% for certain. But I think we're going to give them a run for their money again, especially with Grattan. Hi, Stuart, by the way.
Hello.
Two
Hello.
big
Yes.
teams.
Yes,
But yeah, I think we're going to be pretty good again. Jack and Kirsten both did really, really good last year, and brought the team up further than I expected them to. So I think with what we've learned with some ratings, because I've been talking with some other people about rating stuff, I think with what we've learned, I think we'll be even more competitive than we were a year ago.
I'm
So,
excited
yeah.
to see what you guys do if you run it back. Because Jack Haas was definitely a big surprise. I mean, I wouldn't say a huge surprise, but he definitely showed up, knew what he was doing, and I knew Kirsten was going to have a good year. And you guys are kind of like the foil to Grattan Autosport in a way. I mean, in the truck series, it's kind of how it was with Kochmer and Troxel. And you guys didn't quite win it over Veloster there, but you were up there with them. And you're one of those few teams that really does drive to that level, and we're excited to see what you guys can do in that regard.
I mean, being P2 in both of the big rating series in the manufacturer standings is no small feat. Obviously, Grattan and Velocity are very, very good teams, and there's no way you could sugarcoat that. But I think we've done a really good job for being on the other side of that. But I respect what they do. I like us being competitive with each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
It is fun. It's fun.
It is good fun. It's good fun to have competition. I think that probably goes without saying. And I think with you guys as well, and I'm just seeing this from an outsider perspective, but the continuity of having Jack and Kirsten back is gonna be quite good for the team as well, I assume.
Yeah, I like what they did, so I didn't really see a need for a change. They're both good. Both of us are still chill with each other too, outside of racing series like this, so I didn't really see a need to change it. And I think we were structured completely fine. I just didn't really see a reason to change things, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree on what everyone's saying. I do think that World Team Echo is probably one of the top Toyota teams. It's up there between Pacific and Echo Evans Was. And if you do what you did last year in both Trust and Cup, it could be Echo Evans Was versus Grand Osborne this year once again.
I would have to agree. I will say, I don't think we're going to be the only ones up there because Pacific's got a really, really good lineup with Troxel and now Keys going over there. That's going to be that's going to be really good. Velocity is going to be really good up there. I know they're a new team, but I mean, you guys seem to have the ratings figured out in some sort of way with Grattan, and I think that duo of Grattan Velocity is going to be one that's really hard to beat. I think it's going to be, I don't know, like a 4 or 5 team race for that manufacturer's title. It'll probably go down to the wire because the competition's very close at this series right now, and kind of always has been, but I think it'll be even closer this year.
Just quickly as well, Nathan, I did find it funny you said, Evans Ross Racing, one of the top Toyota teams. There are just 2 Toyota teams this year.
Them and Pacific.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
I
those
didn't
2.
realize
You're
that
not
there's
wrong.
only 2.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
Toyota has a strong pairing with those 2 teams then. Toyota is definitely a very competitive manufacturer in the Wawa Cup Series. I just
admit,
wonder
I'm
there's more than just 2.
I'm surprised there's only 2 Toyota teams, actually. I know that we obviously had one last year, and we won't go any further about that team, but...
Well, we also had Trinity River Racing that
Oh,
folded as well.
Oh, yeah.
Respect to our man Josh. Hopefully he comes back in some...
Sorry,
Hey, so someone send it to Josh. Get him in the LYTE series, all right? You can get him in the LYTE series, right? Is he on? Is he doing? Or is he filming himself? I'm not gonna go there. No, not on the. not gonna go with that.
Whoa.
He was in a voice call with us while he was door dashing and forgot to turn his camera off once. So not a big
Oops.
deal. I'm not gonna do that to my man. Love Josh. We love him.
Also, I just had to say, echo that 93 is the best scheme of all time. Just saying.
Well, thank you. I made it. I actually made it for another series, and then I just ported it over here because why be original when you can just reuse the same scheme in like everything you're
That's
in?
what I do.
Like literally, I just
He's
like make.
reusing-
I just make the same cars just on different mods. If you've ever seen my Pilot Flying J scheme, it's like it's on like 7 different cars at this point.
It's a shame we didn't get the cup version of that though.
Yeah, I didn't think it. I had never made it because I didn't think it would look good with forward numbers. And also, I didn't have it. I didn't have the base ready made for Cup 22, so I just didn't bother. And then I ended up making it anyway because I did it for another thing I'm doing. So, but I mean, I might bring it in like next year if I want to take one of the Uncharted cars again. If we're still doing that by then.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes next year. We haven't even gotten to this year yet. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a question for
start.
like, what, like 6-7 months from now, probably even further.
But we're excited. We're excited for it. We're excited to see what your team does as well, because you're one of the few teams that actually kept the same lineup. I know, Caleb, you're one of the others, and you've had the same lineup for all 3 seasons of the Wawa Cup Series, which is awesome. But both of your seasons, Eka, that you've been an owner, you've kept the same drivers, which that I always like to see that. Always like to see that. A lot of respect for the owners that get to keep their drivers like that. But yeah, looking forward to having you, seeing what your drivers do. I know you guys are going to be good, and excited to see how it ends up shaking out.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. And we're keeping the same guys around because, I mean, a lot of the other teams made the big name moves. Obviously, Grattan took Webb and Pacific got Keys. And we were just like, well, I don't really see... there weren't really a lot of big names, but also I thought our 2 drivers were great. Like, Jack and Kirsten did great last year. I think we were one of only 2 teams that had both of our drivers make the chase. I think the other was Grattan, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
I think it's
you're
like...
right. I think you're right.
But yeah, I think it was a really, really good season for us last year. Really good on debut. We did a lot better than I expected us to, considering our first year in the truck series, at least, which was kind of middling. It wasn't bad our first year in trucks, but it wasn't like amazing. So I wasn't expecting a lot, and then we just kind of took off this year in both series. So I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to own a team here, and especially to have two really good drivers. And we'll see what happens with the hot seat car as well, because I think that one will probably be a contender as well. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this next year, this series.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I
I'm
think we
excited
all
too.
are.
I'm tired.
It's gonna be a great season.
It really is. Like, this series is already great, and I think this one's going to be... Could it be the best season ever? Were we going to do that Fox branding with the best season ever thing? Or,
Well, only if I win again.
Yeah.
What if I win? What would you do then?
Well, it depends on where we'd finish. Actually, if we finish worse than 2023, then it'd be the worst season ever. But
Fair enough.
Also, if I said 96, I meant 93.
You said 93. I remember it. At least
Yeah,
I think you
I
did.
agree. Yeah.
I was questioning myself.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm bringing the anime schemes into this league, whether you guys like it or not. So.
Ryan Durrani had the murder drones car, and I went.
Oh yeah.
And I went with it. So and I made that, and I heard that some people apparently weren't a fan of it. So silence.
Well, I guess some people are just gonna have to deal with that, because we all have our own little things that we're into. And if you want to put them on a silly little virtual race car, I think we should just let them.
Grass and Industries.
Let them cook.
True, Echo Energy as well, actually.
Okay, we'll let you go.
right.
Thanks for joining, and we'll bring the next person in. But thanks for
Yeah,
joining.
no, I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you. Good luck this season. Good luck this season.
You too.
Yes, good luck.
You too. All of you, even AG.
Yeah.
Good luck with running the races.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. You know how much work I've put into this up to this point? The easy
lot.
part is actually
Oh,
running
yeah.
the series. All the prep work is what's hard.
Oh yeah,
We're getting
running
to the easy part, getting to the fun part here. So
running my own thing, I know how much work goes in. So yeah, y'all have a good night.
Yeah, have a good one. All right.
Who's
I'm
next?
gonna hop out here, guys. But
Yeah.
sort of say thanks for letting me be up here for a
Thank
little while
you.
here.
Yes, thank you,
Absolutely.
Andrew.
Again, remember everyone, next Saturday, the Top Dragster Open. You can sign up, and then you get to be picked by either myself, Nathan, Caleb, or AG for battling it out to see which of those 4 teams is truly the best on AG the channel.
it's going to be
So
fun.
keep an eye.
It's going to be a lot of
keep an
fun.
eye
I'm
open.
looking forward to it.
I'll have some fun.
100%.
Have
You
a good
gentlemen
one,
have a
Andrew.
good night.
You
Good
too.
talking to you, Stuart.
Andrew Miller, everybody.
Yep.
My best friends. They're all some of my best friends. But Andrew in
All right.
particular,
Hmm.
because he.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
I didn't even know you were still here.
As are you. I'm rolling. Take care,
like,
all. Take care, stream.
Yep. And then,
All right, let's
Well,
bring
Stuart-
in Leonard
next?
Koshma.
Leonard.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Alright.
number 1 pick in the draft, and everyone knew it. Obviously,
I
big
mean, everyone knew it.
expectations going into this season, no doubt about it, and we're excited to see what you can do in that Racing Leonard Sports Machine. Filling in the shoes of Blaine Keys, who you almost beat in the Turkey Truck Series Championship. So, what's your expectation going into your first season of the Wawa Cup Series?
Not much, only to get in the chase.
Temper the expectations a little bit, so when you win the championship, bit of a surprise.
No, I don't have any expectations, just like in the trucks.
Fair enough. I mean, have you talked to her? Because obviously we know, like, the United Alliance, they, obviously quite active and really keen on improving. So have you talked to those guys as of yet in terms of since being drafted to them?
Not yet, at the moment. but
Fair enough.
maybe.
I think they will be in
too.
touch.
You know, and not to interrupt. I think the thing what makes Grattan such a good alliance, and I think people tend to forget this, is you all communicate with each other too. So that's a big deal in knowing what's going on both sides. And I know Stuart and that team's really good with that. So hopefully, you do get in touch with those guys, and especially Aaron, Hairgel, Reggie, all those guys, and kind of figure it out kind of behind the scenes and on the other side of it as well. So we're excited to see what you can do. I think, obviously after what we saw in the truck series, definitely one of the best drivers they've got going in to this season. And, there's a good chance. I definitely expect a few wins this season for you.
I expect some wins too. So let's see what happens.
And we are excited to see what happens. No doubt about it. I've been saying like that same thing all night long. I don't have anything else to say. I'm tired. We've been doing this for 2 hours now. Been having some fun with it.
I mean, it is true. We all really are excited.
Yes. How excited are we?
I guess if it's true, there's nothing wrong with saying it a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm. It is true.
I'm just tired because it's boiling over here at the moment. I'm just in like a sauna at the moment. I'm losing my energy. Yeah, I mean, what do you reckon was the key to the truck series performance? Because I know it was quite a pleasant surprise for everyone.
Can you repeat?
Well, it's like what do you reckon was key to your success in the trucks for last year, and how you going to repeat it? I suppose.
Probably more consistency and a little bit more aggression, since I lacked in the trucks.
Don't give any secrets away here. Be careful.
Must be more aggressive. Watch out, everyone on the racetrack, apparently. God, madman.
Keep that in mind.
Aggressive and consistent.
So no, what I'm really looking forward to is the Under Armour Kochma racing in the LYTE series.
Just got to get people to sign up for that.
yeah, that's the key asterisk at the moment. But I'm looking forward to seeing how those cars hold up in the Body Armour Pro Series as well, the 46.
Ooh, dark horse.
So, I mean, I'm biased. I really like the way the 46 came out.
There's a lot of good looking.
Well, I was surprised even more.
I'm glad. I'm glad that it was a pleasant surprise, because I reckon it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. To be honest, it wasn't that hard porting it over, so that worked out all right.
There's some good schemes. Definitely some good schemes over there. I'm looking forward to seeing them on track.
Maybe one day we could implant it in the Cup series.
We'll have to see if any
Possible.
teams like slots open up for that. That's like the big thing, because I feel like a lot of the owners. Well, I know Millennium Motorsports is more likely going to be done after this season, but we'll see. We'll see if there ends up being some slots going into next season. I definitely think it'd be a good team over, but I'd like to see what he do as a driver first. That's definitely the big one going into it, is just seeing how well you end up doing as a driver. So I'm excited. Definitely excited to see what you can do, and I definitely think you're going to make the chase with Racing Motorsports. I know they're very excited to have you on board, and they lost Blaine Keys there, Racing Motorsports, but they got the next best thing, and quite literally, because you were right behind Blaine in that Truck Series Championship. So good luck on this season. Definitely think you're going to have a lot of fun this year in the Wawa Cup Series.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what could happen and what will happen. Also,
Yeah, good luck for the season. I know Andrew Williams is in chat saying that he was hoping to pick you up if you fell to the second pick, which let's be honest, probably wasn't going to happen. But when things happen at the end of this season, just remember what we talked about prior to the end of the truck series. we had a little thing going. I'll leave it at that. We had a little thing going. But Well, now good luck with the 41 this year, Lennon.
Yeah, thank you guys. And you might be seeing me in the IndyCar as well.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome too.
Hey,
That's next week,
love to
right,
have you.
Caleb?
Yep, next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, will be IndyCar signups.
Andrew Williams has just said he was scouting Leonard for 10 months.
Oh my goodness, being at 10 months.
Yeah, bro
Ten
was
months.
ready. He was ready.
Well, he DM'd me on 30th of June, so
Goodness.
It
Not
makes
even-
sense.
well, I was just a little bit surprised as well there, since we wasn't even talking about the trucks actually at that time.
Gotta get ahead of gotta stay ahead of the curve.
It's a
Gotta
shame,
stay ahead of the
that
curve.
he didn't run a truck team. Andrew Williams is a driver. I like to see Andrew Williams as a driver. I like to see Leonard Koshmer as a driver too. I know
You'd like to see me as a driver.
Yes, yes. Oh yeah, Spotty Armor Pro Series. I mean,
Hey, I'm excited.
There
I
you
just
go.
signed up for Nathan's JBL Cup.
there you go.
Which-
You're gonna win the championship over
Team
there,
is
JBL
still-
Cup. It's over. It's already over.
It's
I
over.
assume that. I assume
Stewart,
there'll be
I got a
this
seat with your name on it.
I'll be waiting. Be waiting. Leonard, no, seriously, good luck, man, and all the best this year.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Right. Let's bring in the last guy. I currently. Oh, there's a couple others, but let's bring in Bryce Egan.
Bryce Egan
Uh,
had a great year
Bryce
last
Egan.
year in the Cup Series, driving for Andrews Racing, and moving over to Trackhouse Racing. Going to be pseudo teammates with Kochmer as well there with the United Alliance, so that's going to be interesting to see. But I know you got big expectations going into this season. How do you think it's all going to play out for you guys there at Trackhouse Racing?
Well, I appreciate you for having me on here, AG. Appreciate it. Well, my goal really is just to improve upon last season. I feel like Andrews Racing was a good stepping point. We had really good cars for multiple races. I think my goal for Trackhouse is to try to improve upon how they did previously, and I want to excel out there. I want to try to go out there and show that my rookie season wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, we'll definitely see
I
what you
don't.
do there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just
don't know
about to say.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I was just about. Yeah, no, you're all good. I'm just
still
about on
doing,
the way
Light
out.
Series stuff as well, so I apologize. Still got 6 spots left, so get with it. Get with
I'm
it.
just about.
All
I
of
reckon.
East is done,
I reckon I'm
so.
gonna have to go. I reckon I'm gonna have to go here in a minute. But I just wanted to say, Bryce, I think your last year was not a fluke. It was very impressive what you did in that Andrews racing car. Do you expect to? You hope to be contending for chase and for wins next year? What's the hopes for next year? For this year, rather.
My hope for this year is really to go out there, and stay consistent, get up in the top, get back into go finish up in the top 5, top 10. I want to get a couple, make the chase at least. That's my goal, is to at least make the chase. And if I get a win out of it, that would be really great, especially since of how sort of new I am still to this whole thing. Because I'm still new to race and stuff, I'm still kind of learning that. But we gotta focus on staying consistent, and keeping our heads on straight during racing and stuff. And I think not just me, but I think the Trackhouse, our alliance, I think we all have. Anybody there has a really good shot of going out there and winning every day and winning a race and then making the playoffs and stuff.
Well, we are excited to see what you guys can do. No doubt about it. Like I said, you had a great year last year. Almost got a win at North Wilkesboro. I think we all remember that one. Caleb remembers that one fondly because his driver won it. But you had a great race there, a very good race there, and I definitely think there's potential for you guys to knock off a few wins and make the chase. So we'll see what you guys can do. But good luck this season, and just keep on going forward with it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you can do.
I'm really stoked for next season. I really am.
Well, thank you very much,
Awesome.
Bryce.
Thank you.
Good luck on this season, of course.
Thank you. Best luck to everybody out there, everybody in the season for Wawa and all the series. Best of luck to all of you.
Gonna be a great
Fabulous.
season.
Thank you, Bryce. Thank you for hopping on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, I'm gonna head out because
All
I
right.
am boiling, and I actually
Don't
need to be
melt.
places now. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
thank
don't
you,
melt.
Stuart.
I-
Good
I've-
luck on this
I've
season with
basic-
your team.
I've basically melted already, so that's all right.
Come up
yeah,
here.
I'm
It's like
gonna.
27
just
degrees
quickly-
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's cold.
Just quickly before I go as well, Leonard didn't get the chance to say it, but he says that he might be commentating a few Sprint Series races, so looking forward to having him for that.
Mhm. Looking forward to the sprint series this year with what Nathan's going to be putting on. Very excited for that.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Good luck to everyone this year, and can't wait to see the 51 of the 18 win the championship. I'll
There
see
you
you guys
go.
around.
Yeah, have a good one, man. Thank you, Stuart, and good luck on this season.
Go Stuart.
It's Stuart
See
Grattan,
here.
everybody, and Bryce Egan.
We still got, let's see, got 4 or 5 people that have
4
not
or
gone.
5 people. Oh my goodness. I'm
got
like
nothing-
running on empty here. y'all, Caleb and Nathan, y'all can answer the questions from this point on.
Let's see here. Let's get Reggie in here.
Oh, Reggie, you can keep the whole United Alliance going here.
See if I can figure this out. I've never done this. Oh.
That's the driver, now let's get the owner in here.
Yeah,
There
and we
we
just
go.
had Bryce Egan in, and Bryce Egan's excited. And I think you guys are going to have a lot of success with Bryce, and even Bruno Diacomo as well, which is the driver that won the Smooth Fest last year. Your team up with Harrison Motorsports, Racing Motorsports. I know you have high expectations, Reggie, for your team next year. How do you think it's all going to go down in the 2025 season?
Kind of okay. Me and Alonso's been on page for the last month or two, getting everything situated. Now that I found the other day from Alonso that I'm now the president of the alliance. So
Oh, so you're the Grattan of the United Alliance then.
I'm because
Oh.
Alonso is stepping down after this season for all series. So
Well, I'll let him say that. I'll hear it from him first.
yeah, so he put it in Discord. So
We'll see. We'll see how
Well-
well your team does, though. I'm excited to see. I think you guys are going to actually be one of the stronger teams. Definitely one of the stronger teams in trucks. You had Rogaldorn driving for you guys in trucks and got 3 wins with Rogel. I know you don't have him in the Cup Series, but you guys got Bryce Egan, who was really strong, and then, of course, Bruno Diacomo, who maybe wasn't with the best team last year, and I know he's looking for a good ride, and I think you guys are going to give it to him.
Bryce has got Seth's old car and Bruno's got Paulus's old car. So I'm high expectation with Bryce. See what he can do. I have high expectation on Bruno because Bruno is in the car that won last season.
Oh yeah, I definitely think the whole Trackhouse Racing team will have another solid season. They were solid last year, and with the alliance that the alliance that you said, we have to wait and see if they can challenge the Grand Autosport Alliance.
What I'm gonna
What's-
say this too, Nathan, is that the lineup we have with the whole alliance team, we have some good drivers on the alliance as a whole, as the driver list.
Well, what is the overall expectations and goals for the season?
Yeah, me, Abel, and Gonzo talked about it. The most important thing is to win the title, win the owners, do what we can. Another things that we have is we have all 3 got high expectations on the 41 car. We all 3 of us do. We want Leonard to do well because that's the car that Keys almost won last season. We have a lot of pressure on Leonard to perform as a whole.
I think you
And
will. I think you will.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Well-
just the other ones just followed suit behind that and tried to work together, get wins, and do stuff like that.
I think you guys will definitely get at least a couple wins this year. I mean, across the entire alliance as well, and I think you guys definitely got a lot of strong drivers to really back that up. Well, good luck this season, Reggie. Look forward to seeing your team, especially the third season. You're one of the owners that have been in every season of the Wawa Cup Series, so congratulations on that, and we'll see if you get some more wins here in this coming season.
And I'm so ready for IndyCar because I have drivers. I got Zach Fitzy and I have Bruno, so I'm very happy with my 2 drivers for IndyCar coming up this season with Caleb.
Well,
It's going to be a lot of fun.
IndyCar. That's apparently, according to Caleb, he said in the IndyCar text channel that this is season 10 or season X
It is
of
the 10th
the
season of the
IndyCar
series.
series. That is insane.
And I do have a lot of expectations on that 41 car because that's the car that won two races last year. Caleb, am I correct?
Yes. Trying to think.
He won. Widow. Where you call it?
Willow
he won
Springs.
that race. Willow Springs.
Willow
and he
Springs.
won the other one. I think it was Coda that he won. I think.
I don't remember, but yeah, yeah, you all definitely had a very solid season last year. Of course, both of your drivers got a win. Of course, yeah, well, Bear got themselves a couple wins. Gutierrez got himself a win at the Iowa Speedway. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing how you all do this year with Fitzy and the Yakimo. It's gonna be fun.
Well, good luck this season, Reggie, and let's see what Trackhouse Racing can do this season.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Next, we got someone that has been wanting an interview for a while now. We got the agent to Duncan Ward. We got Eddie Debs.
Eddie Debs. We gotta get Duncan Ward in here. That we would have to put a filter on it, apparently, from what you're saying, Eddie, if we were doing that. But I know you're excited for Duncan Ward to be full-time in the Wawa Cup Series, and obviously getting picked second is a big deal. And I don't know, what are your expectations with Duncan going into this season, driving for Team Williams in that 23 machine?
It's hard to have expectations for Duncan because every race, I swear, it's almost like a split personality thing where you think you're gonna get like the driver I've seen and why I end up choosing him as my client. And then I'm going to see the Duncan that you guys think you've seen, but what you actually haven't seen, which is crazy, maniacal racing, just bulldozing through people and then starting fights and stuff. So it's really just I have no expectations. I tend to feel better about myself when I have no expectations for other things, but it's really going to be a flip of the coin to see what side he lands on each week. But I mean, again, this is Team Williams. This is the top 5 Wawa Cup Series teams, so I'd imagine it'll be a bit better than a race win and 28th in the Trick Truck Series, which by all accounts isn't terrible, maybe mediocre, but still not too great. So we'll see. I mean, expectation is don't finish last, I guess. I mean, we'll see.
I don't think you'll finish last.
Yeah, I mean, again, anything can happen. You look at, again, this hang thing is stacked, and at this point, I'd say to like 11 of the, I'd say to all 12 of the 12 playoff drivers from last year, like, don't get complacent, guys. You're not going to want to be the guy who's suddenly staring down a wall of drivers in between them and the in a playoff spot with 5 races to go, because I feel like there's going to be some interesting things to start. I mean, looking back at last year's standings halfway through, there were definitely some names that dropped out and some names that fought their way back in. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're someone who thinks that you're going to get in the playoffs easy this year, I don't want to say I have 13 reasons why, but I have 13 drivers. I can think of at least 13 drivers who would love to take your spot. So get yourself locked in. That's all I can really say. I could say whether Duncan has a shot at it or not, but I'm not going to because I have a tendency to jinx drivers that I try to promote, as Alex and Caleb and I think Nathan as well have all learned over the past year.
We look forward to having you in the Pro Series booth, Jinx, and some other guys. I hated that you missed the South Boston race. That was a classic, which, like I said, guys, that's next Friday night. You definitely want to watch that one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Speaking of South Boston, it's been an interesting day just in terms of like moving stuff, especially since I've got to move to Team Williams headquarters. But I've been around South Boston recently because I got a call the As Fast as Xfinity 10G 500 with Matt and Brennan that's coming out Sunday. That race, I don't want to say it's a classic, but I do want to say like it's everything on this channel.
Anything Matt does is a classic.
So watch it. This is like just it's Soccer World Cup's always gonna be must-watch television, so you're gonna want to see it. But yeah, oh boy, after seeing that South Boston race, you guys calling it a classic is oh boy,
it's gonna be fun.
I might need to be in that chat. It will be.
We'll get you for New
Other than that,
it's also gonna be a classic. I haven't even recorded New Smyrna yet, and I know it's gonna be a classic.
I mean, it's an hour of racing. Other than that, I guess my only other thing is watch out next week. If I get time and I get lucky, Duncan's going back to his roots in open wheel racing and will be in the IndyCar series if I'm fast enough.
There you go.
But we will see because
have fun with that next week, Caleb. I'm sure that will go by much faster than the West Series, which he still got 6. Still got 6 spots left.
Come on, guys. You have one job and you have failed.
All there.
Yeah, like this is don't make me start like looking back into my academy and other clients I could pull up because you don't want to see the
don't need more burners, Eddie.
You do not. We do not need more of what I have to offer. So sign up quickly.
We gotta get like Max Davis in, because Max Davis can get in as a driver. Parker Davis is not an owner or a team in the LYTE series. Who else is in this list here? Who's online right now? That's the thing. A lot of the guys who would sign up are already like in something. Ethan Lewis, gotta get Ethan back in.
Well, I would say on what expectations are, but assuming we don't want to jinx a client of Duncan Wood, good luck for the season in the Wawa Cup Series for the client, and hopefully we see you in Duncan around the garage.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for having me on, and to all 35 other drivers and the 10 in the Uncharted. Good luck not getting bulldozed by Duncan. I don't know when he will do it. I don't know where he will do it, but you will see it coming because that car paint job is just too beautiful to keep your eyes off of.
It's a good one. I think Stewart painted that.
Yeah, no, your death will be televised, but at least you'll see it coming, so you can come to terms with it before crazy Scottish guy runs you off the road.
We're excited.
Well,
We're excited to see what Duncan Ward can do.
Oh yeah.
You might be more excited than me, but that just might be cynicism. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out in the next couple of weeks, and by the end of the season, I should feel better. I'd imagine. I'd hope. But that's life. It's gonna be real interesting to see what happens because I have zero clue what'll happen. With Smyrna, I have zero clue what'll happen for 21 races, and I have zero clue what'll happen for the final 10. Just nothing. You'd think that this year would be everything's going to settle down, and yet at the same time, there seems to be too many wild cards to really pinpoint.
And there are a lot of teams and drivers who can absolutely take it too. That's the thing. Like I was thinking earlier, it's like there are so many guys that can make the chase. And I think the threshold of really good drivers is going to get bigger this year. than it was last year, and it was big last year too. So I think the range in the ratings at the beginning of the season is also going to play a huge factor into it as well, kind of like what we saw with the Truck Series. So we're going to see who's good pretty much right out of the gate, and it'll just kind of build from there. But I'm intrigued to see how it ends up shaking out. It's going to be fun, no doubt about it. Well, thank you, Eddie. Like I said, you guys will hear Eddie in the booth for a lot of the Pro Series races. Did a great job.
And LYTE
commentating a lot
and
of that.
Sprint. I'm available for most
Yeah.
things. Just
You got a
let me-
lot of people. We'll definitely have you in for a lot
Just
of those.
DM me, don't worry.
Actually, you know what? Hang on. No, you can't. Never mind. You're full time in Wawa Cup Series. That's why. I can't keep this.
Yeah,
together.
I'm not gonna call it Duncan Ward race because even me watching races, I usually like end up missing the live ones, so I end up just skipping to the end. But like sometimes, like if I had to watch one of his races live, and if it was one of like normal, an average performance for him, I think I would yell a few things at him from the booth, like opening the window and yelling like they do in college football. It would not be pretty.
Well, thanks for the time, and good luck to you and the client here in the Wawa Cup Series in 2025.
Yeah, good luck to y'all. Hope the sign-ups are filled and that everyone can go to sleep at a reasonable hour like me. I will be going to sleep.
There he is yelling at the window.
Because of time, I'm gonna combine these last two. We got the Mr. Irrelevant of the draft and returning to the channel, Nathan Smith for Parker Davis Enterprises. And we got Matthew Hubert, one of the new drivers, to the new Velocitar.
Hubert's not a new driver, though.
Well, to the new team, though.
Hubert had a
We
good
got two
season.
drivers
He had a
for
good season.
for
And Nathan
the new
Smith, I
team.
think, is a guy who's going to actually contend for the chase as well. Great to have you back, Nathan, by the way. And it's been since 4 years ago when we had the Wawa, or NOFSL Cup Series, whatever it was called, and it got canceled. But great to have you back. You're with a great team, and definitely excited to see what you can do there with Parker Davis Enterprises.
Yeah, I'm also very excited. Especially being in the Grattan camp, it's definitely a safety net for new team. Obviously, they were good in the Truck Series, but Cup Series is a different beast. There's a lot of good teams, so having that Grattan connection is very good safety net.
And I can't remember if you won a race before on the channel or not. I think you do have a win. But
don't know off the top of my
if you
head.
don't, I think you're gonna get one this season. I do. I think you're gonna contend and be up there at some point. But obviously, you're joining one of the bigger alliances there, one of the bigger umbrella organizations, and obviously, you guys, you're good friends with Matt and Stewart. You kind of know them well, and y'all are going to be communicating. So, have you ever done a rating series before like this, where you have the ratings each week and adjusting, and you kind of have an idea of what you think you should do?
Well, I've not done a series where I'm routinely adjusting ratings, but currently in the series Stewart's running in the Yacht Club. Signed up late, so I missed the race, but do have a win, and I'm currently 10th in the point standings. So
There you go.
Well,
you're doing better than I am.
ratings.
I was going to win that Oregon race, and then ever since I ran out of antifreeze, I've just been I've been down bad since. I'm not sure if you're aware, Nathan. In Nathan Stewart's series, I forget how many seasons trying to win a race. I finally got one. It took like years before I got a race in one of his, or win in one of his races. Hopefully it's a lot shorter for you in the Wawa Cup Series, and I think it will be as well driving for Parker Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Real quick, Nathan, what are some of your expectations for, I guess, quote unquote, rookie season in the Wawa Cup Series? In a Parker Davis car, Grand Alliance, do you think could possibly contend for a chase spot?
Well, I do think chase spot, like, at least be in the talks for that. I don't want to go like super high and be like, yeah, we're gonna block for the chase and all that. There's a lot of good drivers, a lot of good teams. It's gonna be a bloodbath. So I want to be in that conversation for it. But obviously, I hope to make the chase, but at least being in the conversation and around that bubble is definitely where I want to be.
I think that's what a lot of people want to be, and I think a lot of people will be in that bubble of flinch chase drivers, and we'll see what you can do in Parker Race Enterprises, or Parker Davis Enterprises, and another driver that's on a new team, Matthew Hubert, with Team Velocity back in the Cup
Thanksgiving
Series.
500 champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you had a very good season last year, and now with part of the Velocity Grand Alliance, a lot like Nathan Smith. How do you think you can do based off of last year, and do you think you can carry that over to this year?
Well, good season. It was probably a better season than I was expecting, to be honest. But now that I'm at a solid team, no Matt Tuck's good with his reigns, considering he finished top 5 in both of the Wawa Cup Series seasons in his driving career. And Truck Series owner style, I assume if I don't have like 2 free wins of seasons, it's probably that's like the maximum I have. Minimum 1 race, at least make it top 10 by the end of the regular season, and I'll usually be stronger in the second half. And yeah, that's basically solidified why Matt Tuck hired me in the first place. That Chicagoland run, I may have won it had basically, had I been in a better car, no offense to Joe, I probably would have won that race. And I'm just gonna say this now. I'm trying to figure out the new reigns with the ranges and stuff, and I think I have a good idea. Stuart gave me some good heads up on to prepare myself. It's as long as I have a good start to my season, it would be if I can't even talk. Oh my god.
We're fine. We're fine. It's live. It doesn't have to be perfect.
How many people are on? Like 2 people watching now, probably. 9, which is a lot less than it was earlier. If you're still watching at this point, God bless you. I don't know how you're. I'm like working on other stuff. I'm like halfway involved with this, and I apologize to you, Matthew. I should be a lot more on par with the interviewees here tonight. But no, definitely think you guys at Velocity are going to be really good. I definitely expect Matthew Hubert. I expect you to be in the chase, especially after what you did with Rut Racing. I think you were the best driver of the guys who missed the chase last year with Rut Racing. You're going to be with Velocity. They won the owner's title in trucks, so I know you have pretty high expectations, and I think you're probably going to get a Wawa Cup Series win as well. And that's going to be a big deal once you finally get that, probably, hopefully, sometime this season.
Now, like I was trying to say before my mind blank there, as long as I have a strong start to the season, more consistent, playoff spot is definitely doable. As long as I keep all of I stay consistent with the reigns. I'm sure Matt Tuck will as well. It's gonna be a interesting season to see how we perform. Parker Davis Enterprises as well. My driver in the World Cup Series, Max Davis. Interested to see how his 2 drivers will fare. Isaac Nichols and Nathan Smith, 2 drivers who haven't been here regularly in years. And may I not mention Grand Autosport with Ludovic Charette, who is one of the favorites to win the Cup Series Championship as well.
They're going to be.
Oh yeah, IndyCar Series stuff. As long as it's as at least it will be better than last season. Have the reigning and two-time champion Audra Barnauskas. Hopefully I said that correctly, alongside
You
Tanner
did.
I
Parn.
believe so. Yep.
Good.
That's gonna be interesting to see how that will fare. And the West Series as well.
Mm-hmm. And
That-
I'll get to you soon on that. We still got 6 spots left, so I forget which pick you have. You got the fourth pick, and then you have the 13th pick in the West Series. So
I have an idea of who I have as my first driver, but I'm not gonna say it yet.
we'll get that. Well, once we get to it, Wests might take a little bit longer than East, because we're already on the East Series draft. We've already gotten a couple guys lined up for that because it's full. West might take a little bit longer, but West does not start until February 4th anyway, so the West drivers won't see a sign or a ratings form for a couple of weeks now. But the East drivers have already seen it. So if you're in the East Series as a driver, you're already seeing that rating form go up for New Smyrna, which is 2 weeks from now. But yeah, excited to see you run this season, Matthew. I think you're going to be one of the best drivers this season. And good luck on this Wawa Cup Series season, starting in 3 weeks at the New Smyrna Speedway with the Melio Smooth Fest. We're excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, definitely. And on top of that, I hope to be more active in the commentary booth, especially for that West Series race at LA Coliseum, if time allows me to.
We'll see how it all works out.
Yeah. Anyways, good night from AG Channel.
I
And
think that's it.
I think that's
everyone.
it. There's Rowdy Catfish 18, but I don't know who that is.
That's Michael Lewis.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Do you want to see if he wants to interview? Because he's been muted.
Did he say he wanted to be?
No, but he's been in the lane for the entire time, so I'm not sure.
I think, well, unless he says something in the next couple of minutes, but I think we'll go ahead and call it a night. As you can tell, I'm kind of running on empty here, and so it's been a long night. Thank you all for signing up for the LYTE series up to this point. Like I said, there's still the 6 spots left for the LYTE series in the West Side, so definitely sign up for that. If you want a full-time ride and you don't have one yet, now now's your opportunity. You know, this is still up, so make sure you get it. And for the E Series owners, we're on the 4th pick. I think waiting on Bradley Ream. I don't think he's on at the moment, so we'll wait for him. And the East owners will be seeing those come through here throughout the night. I don't know if you'll hear much from me tomorrow, but we'll definitely pick back up on that on Sunday. But yeah, that's all I've got. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. A lot of fun, and we're going to have a lot of fun when we get to the racing starting next week. The Body Armor Pro Series from South Boston. That was a great race, and we're looking forward to it. So thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Nathan. Thanks to Stuart and Andrew for being alongside me all night long. You'll have a good one. We'll see you next week with the first race of the 2025 racing season. Don't forget to check out the Stock Car World Cup on Sunday from South Boston at noon. That's going to be a lot of fun, as Eddie alluded to us, so you definitely want to watch that. It's going to be a lot of fun for that second race that we have on the channel for the Stock Car World Cup. But thank you so much for watching. Sign up for the LYTE series if you haven't already. And that's all I've got. So on behalf of Caleb Rose, Nathan Staplin, Stuart Gratton, Andrew Miller, we'll see you guys next week from the Body Armor Pro Series at South Boston. I will see you guys later.